Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah. You already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already. Right.
You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my vote, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm on the loan, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm on the loan, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back.
Problems with technology because
yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm on the loan, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm on the loan, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my vote, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm on the loan, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm on the loan, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back.
See? Yeah, I see. See? I bet you do. I bet you do. Yo, welcome back to At the Bar. It is your man 151. I got CP3 in the house. As you can tell, he's not smiling. It was not a good football day for him. I got Lady Antoinette in the house.
Hello.
And then we got a very special guest. But before we get to our special guest, we got I know CP3 got like a bullet load to get off his chest.
Oh my God! Yeah, I did the post game, but I didn't. Really...
And by the way, his post game was actually he didn't cuss nobody out.
Did he threaten to kill anybody?
He didn't threaten to kill nobody.
Did he insult anyone's burger flipping?
He didn't call anybody a fry cook or burger flipper.
I'm so proud of you. Miss Crowley.
On the technical side, hey, you got to adjust your camera. You don't have Lady Antoinette fully in the frame.
Just cut
Yeah,
me
just got
all
you
the
a
way
hat.
out.
You said you was working out, but like you slimmed down.
No, I was. I just ate something different.
With a Diet Coke.
Ew.
Yeah, it was a interesting game to say the least. I had this game chalked up as a loss on my schedule. And it was, as Coach Rivera said, it was a measuring stick for this team. And you get beat 43-21. That pretty much.
Those are college scores and Techno Bowl scores.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it looked like. Buffalo was playing against a college team today. Daryl Johnston, the commentator during the game, made a valid point, and I got to maybe take a step back because he said, yeah, they won a division, but they were 7-9. So the growth we were hoping to see from that team wasn't just the team got hot at the right time and things clicked. Maybe it's leaning toward more of that than this team had to figure out and will be able to make that next step. Heineke, this is obviously his worst game started.
Yeah.
He made some bad decisions, as I said in the post game. I think he was overthinking. I think he got too many people in his ear telling him what to do and what not to do. And I think he's overthinking because some of the decisions he made when he had those turnovers going in the middle of the field against the grain, when you had a clear lane to run, which is what he normally does. But I think he's listening to people. Don't get hurt. You need to stay in the pocket. You need to throw the ball. And he made a play, but it was.
I mean, you could well now let's be fair. The history of your football team, y'all done had a couple quarterbacks get hurt.
Oh,
three.
And one trying to come back.
Well, I mean, this, as I've stated over and over again, this has always been the quarterback controversy town.
Yeah.
Going back to Sonny and Billy back in the 70s. So no matter who's their
He
quarterback.
went all the way back to
I mean, because that's how far it goes back with quarterback controversy. Yeah, I'm dating myself. I know, but it is what it is. Yeah, good old Sonny. But I still feel he has the intangible. He's still learning. He's 20 or 27. He's only had five starts now. So he's gonna have growing pains. He's gonna have games like this. Don't get me wrong. Buffalo is a very good team. As I said in my pregame, they haven't started clicking yet, and I was hoping it wouldn't happen against us. But
right. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but he's saying that they're a good team. At least
they're a Super Bowl contender. I mean, Josh Allen, he's taking a step.
Buffalo has been the most unlucky team in the league historically, so
they're trying to change that, and they have the weapons.
No. But Buffalo. What I love about Buffalo is because I'm a Giants fan. So when Buffalo is winning, the Buffalo fans come for Giants fans, and I remind them that Buffalo has never brought home a championship ring.
Ever.
I was like, y'all are
they
three.
hold the record for consecutive Super Bowl appearances.
Yes.
4 times straight.
And then I say hurtful things like y'all 3 steps away from being a Canadian football team and shit like that.
They are. But I mean, you're saying they're a Super Bowl contender, but they've been there, lost numerous times. So
I mean, they have a valid point because they tell us they be like, we're the only New York football team that actually plays in New York because the Giants play in New Jersey.
Now, yeah.
That hurts.
Well, I mean, with Buffalo, it's
Because
just
it's true.
impressive where they are, being that they rebuild and.
Right.
Nigga, they've been rebuilding since the early 90s.
No, that's the thing.
Have always dominated
that division.
Yeah.
And they actually won a division last year for the first time in
forever.
a long time. But Scott McDermott, I think that's his name. He came up under Rivera. So he's now running Buffalo. He got them from, as you say, a laughingstock into now division winners into talks of being Super Bowl contenders. So he's rebuilt that team the right way, which is the same thing Rivera's trying to do. Unfortunately, you have a rabid fan base that wants instant gratification and think it's as simple as playing Madden the Tecmo Bowl when you push a button and everything goes the way it's supposed to.
But see, the thing is that the fan base really doesn't dictate what they do in the office.
No, they
so
don't. I'm just speaking of what I hear, being that I deal with most of the fan base. And I understand your frustration.
I'm talking to the fans.
You sound so compassionate right now.
This
is the first.
I understand the why, because I don't even feel like getting upset. I swear I don't. I don't.
It made your pressure go up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got my heart rate. I'm like,
Your pressure went up
you
too
know,
much.
I had to go get my blood pressure checked and shit.
Oh my God.
Nah, but you know, I know I was overly optimistic of where this team would be able to take the next step, and I was hoping with the coaches and all the experience that would, help fuel it. But after seeing these 3 games, no adjustments, same issues over and over again. Defensively, I can't explain anything that he's doing. Normally, I can have some rhyme and reason, some logic why he's playing a certain way or doing a certain thing, and honestly, I can't figure it out. I mean, he's using the personnel he has. I think that they're trying to do too much. My on the most likely thing.
Sounds like your last girlfriend.
Yeah, she did.
What?
Never mind. But
He had a moment. Did you see
He
it?
did.
He closed his eyes and everything.
Yeah,
she
and then
did.
like nodded his head to the side, closed his eyes. I think he closed his eyes. Like, I can't never
It's
tell.
not pretty good.
Which one? What's this right here?
Oh, for real? I'm about to try it. When he finishes making his mark.
But
Right. Get that makeup out the way.
But Del Rio, I'm trying to figure out what his idea. I think they need to simplify things. I think that's what they did last year when they started out in a similar fashion. The bottom of the league in all statistical categories, but ended up in the top 5 at the end of the season. I think that's what they're going to have to do because whatever they're doing now definitely isn't working. They have the talent. They just have to, find a way to make it work. In their defense, opponents are quick throwing. They're doing 3 and 5 step drops so the defensive line can't get home with us only sending 4 trying to get the defensive line get pressure. Teams are quick throwing, which is the way you negate a pass rush. So now the question is, what does Del Rio want to do to counter that? And I haven't seen an answer yet. So,
well, I got some interesting news for you. So, did you know that Lady Antoinette's rider got high the other day?
It sounds so bad.
In an airplane.
Yeah. Higher than I ever had.
Yes. My mini-me, my bodyguard, my 15-year-old, did his second flight yesterday. I think they went up about 3,500 feet into the clouds. Of course, those are the low clouds, not the 30,000, But
that's an accomplishment.
he did well. They had a site where you can track their flight, and so they went up in the air. Of course, he's not certified to take off or land yet, but he can take control. And my mom was looking at it, and she was like, "Wait a minute, are you doing figure 8s in the sky?" And he was like, "Well, he was making me do circles and things like that." And I was like, "Yeah, if you do a circle and come around, do another circle, you do that figure 8." So he was doing figure 8s in the sky, which is cool.
That's dope, though.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's part of Civil Air Patrol. So those of you who have young boys, who want to put them in something constructive, it's based off the Air Force, so they wear the uniforms. It's kind of like ROTC, but outside of the school. But the program is really good. They are able to fly. Some of their flights, not all, can go towards a pilot's license.
No.
He has his pilot's log. So it was fun. That's fun. We celebrated one of his accomplishments after he landed. So of course I had to cook, and he's bougie, so I had to do like sirloin steak.
Oh damn, that's
We
right.
do surf and turf.
That's
So,
right.
we had fun. I was
All right, cool. So
I got some sports on.
okay, what's going
I
on?
ran into a DC Legend.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that.
He's whether you like him or not, he's known in DC sports. Let's be real.
What did you do that was legendary?
Okay, I didn't say he was legendary on the court. First of all, he did do well on the court. Now, he can't shade. He played well, but did people know him?
Yeah.
I ran into Gilbert Arenas, but I didn't recognize him, y'all. Oh my God.
You know what? This show is going down the hill real quick.
But I completely, I looked, you know, you glance at somebody, and I was like, oh, he looks familiar. I thought maybe he was somebody I went to school with or something. I was like, he looks familiar.
Oh boy.
And then he was looking at me, and I'm thinking, like,
He's probably thinking, maybe she wants an autograph or something.
Nah, he wasn't thinking that. He was trying to take his pen out.
But I was looking like, okay, he looked at me, I looked at him. I'm like, oh my God, I really do know him. But I'm, okay.
Did you talk to him?
No, but this sound kind of mean. Sometimes when I'm out and about and I see people I grew up with, I don't talk, I don't speak to them.
I go the other way.
Yeah, I don't speak to them. Like, I act like I don't see them. So I kind of did that. And then after I drove off, I was like, wait a minute.
That's good with a ring.
I was like, and I'm on the phone the whole time, and my friend is just going off on me, like for real. Because I was like, that's Gilbert. He was like, wait, Gilbert. It was
Gilbert, great.
Gilbert, it was Gilbert Arenas.
So, bro, that's crazy. So I got something real quick, and then we're gonna transition into our guests.
All right.
So, yeah, I'll go with this. So basically, I was reading something about basically Disney is trying to sue the families of the creators of like Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, who actually created Spider-Man and all this stuff because um, they their copyrights about to run out. The family of DC Comics, we was talking about this before the show actually aired. So the family of DC Comics icons, like Jerry Siegel and them who created Superman, Bob Kane who created Batman, like their families own a percent, and they get a percentage of like 50% of any comic book those characters are in. Because back in the days, you sued you created a comic book character. You did not know 30 years later it was going to be a movie. Yeah. That's one of the things that happened with Blade. So the guy who created Blade, Marv Wolfman, great comic book writer, created Blade, and he was a freelancer.
Right.
So he technically didn't really work there.
Yep.
He's a freelancer, and he created Blade like in the 70s. Yep. Well, in the 90s, Wesley Snipes did Blade. He was supposed to have been doing Black Panther, and he turned out to do Blade. And Blade became a hit, and that guy got no money for it. Yep. Because he sold the character relatively cheap. Probably he was probably like a high school kid when he created Blade, so he probably sold him for like $100, and never thought that character was going to be a movie.
Right. Well, nobody was gonna think that because back then that's not what was going on.
And back then, comic book movies were shitty.
If they were happening.
True.
That's it. Because
so
every character didn't get a movie.
So that's some of the reasons why you're seeing the Eternals. That's why you're seeing Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. So basically, even with Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, he was his original origin. His cast was based off of the Fu Manchu books, and his original his father was actually Fu Manchu, but they changed it because they lost the rights to those characters. Yeah. But Marvel Comics is actually on the rights.
Another issue.
Yeah.
It's like so many issues.
Because when you because when you control your characters, it's a big difference. Marvel Comics published Conan the comic, but the Conan is owned by somebody else. Right. And they used to take Conan, Red Sonja, and all of them are owned by different people.
Yeah, the comic game back in like the 60s and 70s has been out of control.
Pretty much. Well, people was getting high back then. Hey,
But I
this.
mean, it was like
Bill
we
Cosby was
friends. But I
popping
mean, it was
shrooms.
really when you sit back and you kind of look into it, it was real shady. It was like real shady business.
It's
Um,
nothing. It's like the record game. It's still shady.
yeah.
I mean,
So
when you create something and people take control over your property, it's kind of shady. So let's get into our guests. Because we got some other stuff we can talk about. We'll talk about that later because it's been some crazy. Oh, before we get to our guests, rest in peace, Melvin Van Peebles.
yeah.
Mario Van Peebles' father who did New Jack City. Melvin Van Peebles who did was it Badass? Yeah, it was. It was. It was. It was. It was. And then Melvin Van Peebles, Mario Van Peebles did a movie about how his father made that movie. So,
Pretty sad. It's a family that we know well.
yes, and
Passed away on Tuesday.
yes, it was Susan. Yes. So, but know your history. Know that we have great black pioneers who did great black things. I remember Mario Van Peebles, his son, gave us the movie Posse. Mario Van Peebles was actually one of the first people that really started put rappers, transition them into making them actually actors and stuff.
Right.
He did it with New Jack City. He also did it with Posse.
Yeah.
So.
And then Melvin, wasn't he in Panther or was he
Something like that. Yeah. He had a great mustache.
I mean, he old school.
Yeah, he had that old school mustache. He had that old school Elmer Fudd mustache.
Cool character.
Right.
Way back.
Cool.
So we got our special guest in the building. What's going on, sir?
How y'all doing?
Hello.
Talk to the mic. We can hear you.
How you doing?
Still couldn't hear you. I think the mic's not turning.
Yeah, turn my mic off.
Mr. Cuffs.
Turn my mic off. Turn my mic off.
Okay, say something.
I hear.
You hear me?
Yep.
I hear you.
You got you one.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, man. Crazy. Pause for the mic. But can we also say, yay, fall is here, man? And summer was nice, but I'm a fall though.
And fuck fall.
I like fall, but bruh, yesterday and today wasn't all that fall. Like it was a little warm.
It was kind of a little warm, but it started out fall.
So CP3.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So introduce our guest. Actually, before you introduce it, tell us about the history, because both of y'all have history.
Yes, what
Y'all know that 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon shit for real.
Well, you all know I'm a car sales professional down at Waldorf Honda, 2450 Crane Highway, Waldorf. For a new used premium certified vehicle, make sure you hit me up because I can get that deal done for you. Yeah, so I work down at the dealership, and Miss Lady Antoinette, she is an Acura lover, and she purchased her vehicles from a Miss Connie, who I just happen to work with, who just happens to be our guest grandmother.
Miss Connie is a friend of my family, so we go back.
So yeah, small world. Yeah, 6 degrees of separation. So yeah, we thought I didn't know that we had a local basketball legend and international player, that I could get on for the show. So I reached out and had this very tall, very talented young man come on. I told him when he came in and watch his head, don't have no insurance, we knocked his head out.
First of all, he made me, you ever had a nigga that make you feel small?
Yeah.
But I'm sure he did that just about everyone.
But that.
But when he walked in front of the camera, all I saw was crunch.
Oh, you know what?
You know what I'm saying? When everybody was walking, I see shoulder.
He one of them dudes that you be balling on the court, right? He be like, I could beat anybody.
Oh no.
And then he walk over to you. He like I wasn't talking to you. I think I'm gonna sit this game out.
My bad.
Or you try to go up against him and he throw your shit to the other side of the court.
You smack that right down.
And then the next play you be like, oh my back. Like I pulled something.
Just fall on the floor.
You just be like, oh yeah. What happened, nigga? Reality.
Yeah, tall man. I hate looking up at people anyway. Oh, dude.
Like it was, I will never forget this. We played basketball with somebody his size one day. It's a big ass white dude, and my man was like, "I bet you could dunk," and he was like, "I can. There ain't nothing you can do about it." He just dunked on him. It was so disrespectful.
He should have just grabbed his bag and just walked home. Man. There's nothing else you can do. Just walk home.
He got that rebound and was like, "Yeah."
If you're not far from the basket, I mean, what they gonna do?
Yeah, I know some tall, sorry.
No. But then my boy looked at me and was like, "Why didn't you help me out?" I was like, "Nigga, to do what?" I was like, "One of us had to be sacrificed. It wasn't my turn today."
Get posterized, no thank you.
Can't do live, you can't do nothing.
Luckily, it wasn't the age of cell phone. It had been on you. Went by.
Yeah, I know, because I would have recorded that shit. I was petty. I'm like the worst friend ever.
He laughing because he knows people out here probably recording him hurting somebody's feelings.
So, have you ever dunked on somebody and they walked up the court?
I thought when this one dude in college, right? It was at Artisan Brothers. One of my teammates threw me this lob and like it shut the gym down. Like the mascot in the video, like you see the mascot walking out the gym, like that was probably one of my things.
This nigga just said the mascot walked out.
He made the mascot lose school spirit in the game.
The mascot was supposed to be the last man standing. He's supposed to have hope. He's supposed to be like, "We gonna get it together." The mascot walked out.
If the mascot, I can see him falling on the floor. You know they got to be animated, but you're not supposed to leave, bro.
That
nigga was like,
"Let me get my shit. I'm gone."
He probably took off his helmet. Was like, "Fuck this."
I'm in this hot ass suit for this.
Right.
I'm gone.
Niggas like, oh, doing 2K moves and all.
Right. I just see a mascot fights. I ain't never see a mascot quit. That's crazy.
So tell us about you.
To introduce myself, I'm Brian, B Bridgeforth, also known as the Go to Southeast. Grew up around the DMV area. I started my basketball career late, to be honest. Started playing varsity at Anacostia for 2 years, and then at the end of my 11th grade year, transferred to Roosevelt. Went under the umbrella of Coach Rob, the Theodore Rough Riders and stuff. So after that, got recruited to college. Went to the JUCO in Kansas called Sewell. Didn't really take school seriously, but understatement. For real. I didn't take school seriously at all. Like, even though I should have, I just focused on basketball at the time, and not knowing the things that I know now. You in JUCO. That's when you take school the most serious, so you can get up out of there. You go to the D1s and stuff.
But see, not to cut it up, but this is why I like when we have these conversations like that, because it can teach somebody. Like you being honest.
Yeah.
And I love that you because a lot of people don't want to show that vulnerability and say, you know what, I didn't take it at her, but this is why you should have. You know, so I appreciate that. But keep going. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I didn't take like the school part serious. I just wanted to play basketball, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. So once it came to my sophomore year, you do 2 years, and then you transfer to a 4 year.
Right.
So after I did my 2 years, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to D1. They looking at me like, boy, you got nowhere near enough credits to go D1. Like, no, you ain't go to class or nothing. For real. Like, I went to class, but I wasn't taking the classes that I needed. I was just taking the classes to stay eligible. For basketball.
So they were like, you have D1 grades to be going to D1.
Yeah, so I ended up getting a call from Prairie View.
Okay.
HBCU in Houston. Ended up going down there, thinking it's gonna be sweet down Houston. To vibe, like it. Then all falls down.
Houston, yeah, I've been to that.
No, it's HBCU in
I ain't gonna
Houston.
lie to you. I couldn't focus in Houston, even if I wanted to.
Too much parties.
Too much partying.
Yeah, you at an
I'm at
HBCU in
HBCU,
Texas.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm from DC. Like, I don't nobody know me there. Like, it was fun. The weather was
the food, the weather. Oh my God!
Like, it was a party school. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
at the time, Prairie View was like a top 5 party school at the time. So it it took a while. So I had to get a out.
Mhm.
Ended up coming home, set out like that whole year. I had a year off of basketball.
Wow.
A year off of college basketball. Still, thinking. So at the time, I'm playing in every tournament, every pro-am, every men's league back home in DC.
Mhm.
I got on with this team called Funk House. They was playing in this league. I think it was like the ADL or TBL.
Mhm.
It was a professional league.
Okay.
I technically wasn't supposed to be playing in it, but I needed some bump. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to play. Yeah, I needed some bump. I wanted to play. And at the time, like I was young in my career, I wasn't the type that like I wasn't like, oh, I want to go to the gym and go get some workouts. Nah, I was the type that like I want to go hoop and go dunk on somebody real quick.
Right, right.
So I started playing with them and stuff, and then um, a lot of people started noticing that I was home and stuff, and started to try to help my career. So like they started to like, bro, like I got agents and stuff. I met up with this guy, Enrico, and Demario McClary. To this day, they good guys. They like my brothers. You know, they look out. You know, we locked in. You know, so I ended up linking with them. They were starting up an agency, basketball agency and stuff and everything. They took me down to Portsmouth.
Okay.
Portsmouth, yeah, Portsmouth is the it's the pit. They call it the pit or whatever. So my first time going down there, they introduced me to a couple NBA scouts, a couple GMs, and just get my name around and stuff. And I did a couple little like private workouts and stuff and all that at the time. But actually no, my first year I did. They played me my first year.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all the real.
He said tell us the real story.
So when I got down there, right? A couple of the people that was running the workouts and stuff was from up here in DC and stuff. So I knew him. Like my man Coach Shy, he was running one of the little NBA workouts. So he like, B, what you doing down here? I'm like, man, I'm down here with Rico. I'm trying to start my pro career. Like, why not? You know? He like, nah, this ain't for you. You need to go back to school. He knew I still had 2 more years of school. Right. I still had 2 more years of college. He like, nah, bro, just finish out school, finish out. So in reality, he helped me out, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I'm like, nah. You
didn't want to hear that.
He little brother me. He's like, nah, you can't. He did allow me to attend his workout at the time. He had like 5 NBA scouts in there and everything. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. How you gonna play me like that?
Was you
But he was
like what's up? Was you mad at him when he did that?
I was mad, yeah, but now I understand. It wasn't like we had no ball out. It wasn't like no beat, nothing like that. But of course I was mad. I'm like, I drove down here to Portsmouth. I ain't in no.
And then to see somebody you know.
Yeah, like you running the joke, bro. You can make me look real sweet. Like, nah, man, you ain't supposed to play me like that.
Honestly, I really enjoy like real conversations like this because he's telling you the good, the bad, and the ugly side, you know, of what's going on. But so what happened after that, man?
So like he just like he told me the real or whatever. He was like, yeah, like man, for this college or whatever. And then he put me on with this jamboree that they was having on my birthday.
Okay, happy birthday then.
No, the jamboree was on my birthday, May 3rd. So, and it was my 21st.
Oh, so you was really, you was really hot.
Yeah, but I had forgot about it. So my grandmother threw me this. She was having a Connie Mickens, famous Connie Mickens that we all know and love. Yeah. She was having a party for Mayweather at the time. He was having a fight. Just not one of them little big fights that he had now.
Yeah, like a real fight.
Yeah, it's one of the real fights he had. So, and it was my birthday, so I convinced her to make it like my birthday / Mayweather party for my 21st going there. So I got there, whatever. You ask them, I'm lying. But I'm telling y'all the truth, that was my first time getting drunk ever. My 21st birthday with my grandparents.
Who said you were lying? Who gonna say you lying?
Connie Megan's gonna say I'm lying. If you ask me, she gonna say nah. I know you had some sips in college and stuff. I never liked to taste that. So I wasn't, I like.
But they made it so that you,
yeah,
this tastes like juice.
I mean, you get an opportunity to drink with your grandparents. Everybody.
Speaking of juice, In the freezer, we have
Tasty.
3 pouches.
Oh, we got some more. Oh,
Of
This
all
Drake
people,
shots?
all people eating that.
Pretty much.
That's what they say, all
We
Sookie.
on Drake
Hey,
shots.
I need you not to ever say that again, because you sound
The-
ancient.
yeah.
Okay, honey?
hey, man, I told you,
So-
middle school to the core.
Oh my God.
And I forgot my damn question.
This one right here.
Hey, man.
You got something you want to say, CP3?
Yeah, I see you had a charity event last weekend. Why don't you talk on that and how much of your time are you able to devote to doing charity events to raise awareness on whatever topics that you're interested
So the event that was this past weekend, it wasn't one of my events. Was in it though. I was lucky to be a part of it or whatever. They included me in it. It was the Hoop for Hope event. There's a team of Howard that runs it. I believe the guy named Ayo. Him and Caviar Saturday they do their thing for the Hoop for Hope. This is the 9th anniversary. So they raise cancer awareness money and stuff for like
Oh, damn.
yeah. Every year they do it. They do a big thing and everything. It's a great event. Each year it gets bigger and bigger. They be bringing like the radio stations out. This year they had, I think they probably had about like 15 vendors there, all black owned and stuff.
I like that.
Giving back, like no violence at all. Man, it's a peaceful event. Great day. It's a good event. As far as other, charity events and stuff, I'm always open to doing them. A lot of my friends and other athletes that I know, they put together like these celebrity games and charity events to give back to the communities and stuff, and try to stop the violence event. Like, not I don't attend every event. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's basketball played in the city or something like that, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to it. Or just because you do have an event, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna go to that either. I actually do my research on some of the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I actually pay attention to the stuff that you're saying, you're giving back to, and all that. And I hold people to their word for that stuff. Like you're not.
Well, yeah.
You're not gonna put my face on.
You're not
nothing,
gonna
you know what
put,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Say it's charity, and then it's going in your pocket.
And you
Yeah.
found out later
Yeah,
on it
like-
wasn't real.
I don't want my face on nothing like that. That ain't what I'm about.
When you said the key thing, you do your research.
Yeah.
That'd save a lot of people some heartache if they did that, so just jumping in with both feet and just saying, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, so I mean, right now I'm only 27. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had the fortune to host my own event, but I've been studying, taking notes of watching all of my peers and stuff, everybody that invited me out to their events, so that when it's my time and stuff, that when I do have my own event, stuff I know I'll be ready for it.
Ooh, you getting fancy there, sir.
Well, for one, as I told you, it's kind of tasty. It's something new, so yeah, I kind of like it. And second of all, you in the right place, B, because we actually know some people that organize events that maybe we could help you see what we can do, and maybe help you get your own charity event one time.
Yeah.
And that'd be big. I'm with that. I got a nice team behind me and stuff and everything. They be pushing me. I ain't gonna hold you. Like they waiting on me. I'm like, nah, I didn't peak yet. They like, you got a lot of hype around you and everything right now and stuff. You got a good following. I'm like, I still feel like it's more. You know what I'm saying? That I can accomplish.
But
that I can
see,
grab to get their attention before I do something.
but here's the thing. I want you to understand. The way that you talk is captivating, and you have a opportunity to captivate your story. Just from hearing your story and the realness of your story, you have opportunity to captivate somebody and to guide them before they fall. So don't ever forget that, because we love catching the people that fall and picking them back up. But you have a great opportunity with your story that they don't even gotta fall. You can catch them and be like, yo, this is what I did. You ain't gotta do that, and learn from that. And you just have such a genuine quality. A lot of people don't. Like, if people got fake energy, you can tell.
Yeah, nah, for real recognize.
Like real. Like, you like, I don't even want to talk to them.
That's what I
You came in the way you came in here. Very chill, very humble, regular person. What was the transition of playing ball overseas? How was it different from like playing ball like here?
Alright, so I ain't gonna lie, like going overseas and stuff, it's a hit or miss. Luckily for me, it been like I've been having some good opportunities, you know. But my first, actually, no, actually starting out, it was pretty rough though. It was rough. It was a long road to get to where I'm at right now, and I'm still climbing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not where I want to be, but I'm comfortable, and I know that I'm still growing. You know what I'm saying? I still got an opportunity to be bigger than what I am. So like when I first started out, I came out of NAI, Washington Business. I did some home park. I went to this combine in Vegas. Did my thing. It was like global basketball. It was like global basketball league. I was the MVP of it. Like the first day there, this team in Canada, they signed me to their team.
That's good.
So technically that was my first team I ever signed to.
Right.
Was Windsor Express team in Canada. Me and Rico, we closed the deal on that like that same day in Vegas. And then the rest of the time in Vegas, we just chilling.
Yeah.
This is like July. I didn't know like their season started in like November or something like that. It starts late. Their season starts late, so we call it and stuff. We like, yeah, what do y'all want expecting to come out from training camp and all this stuff? This is like October. They like, yeah, we probably bring you out like around Halloween and stuff for training camp or whatever. I'm like, all right, good. I mean, that's late, but y'all. All right, cool. So then probably like that same day, or I think like a day later, I got a call from the GM from the Spurs. They ended up signing me to their G League team like that same day. I think the draft was on Saturday. It was like, no, we're not gonna put you in the draft because like I did real good in college. Like I think I averaged 24 and like 13 rebounds and like I averaged like 4 blocks. That was like number one in D1, D2. I was like number one in the nation with blocks, so it was crazy. So they was like, we're not gonna put you in the draft. Somebody might steal you. They didn't have like an early pick, so they just straight signed me to the team.
That's an accomplishment right there.
Right.
Yeah. So I got signed like that Friday. They flew me out Sunday to practice on Monday.
God damn. Hold on. So you got signed that Friday.
Signed Friday.
Pack your shit, fly.
Flew Sunday. Practice Monday.
By the way, you signed. Yeah, get your ass here. And go to work.
Straight to it. So, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, it ain't ended up working out with the Spurs G League and stuff. I ended up being released. And then from there, I started like my overseas. That's when I started my overseas. So,
okay. So who did you play for overseas?
My first time I left doing a plane to go overseas. So, I was down. I was mad about the Spurs thing, or whatever. So, my friend Zeke called me in China. He was playing in China with a good friend of mine. I know him from playing in the Goodman and around the area and stuff like that, or whatever. And from college, I mean, like back in college, for real. I think so. So, he called me. He's like, yeah, we need a big man out China or whatever, bro. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm trying to stick this. I just got this confidence. I might get another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, China. I ain't really. He's like, bro, just come on, bro. Like, you gonna be with me? Like, it's lit out here. I ain't had no money at the time. He like, you get like $2,000 a month. Then he like, I'm a size and give you an extra $1,500 for the food, and then you only gotta be out here for 2 months. I'm like, oh, bet I only got to be out here like 2 months. I know I ain't gonna spend $1,000 on food, so that's like $3,000 right now. All right, so I'm getting $6,000 for this little 1.5. When one of the months was February, so I'm like, that ain't in the whole month. Like, it was January, February. I'm like, that ain't in the whole month. It's about to be real sweet. Then I'm with my homie. All right, cool. Get out there.
And at this time, how old were you?
24.
Okay. So you young.
Yeah, I was 24 at the time. I just turned 24 at the time. So I'm in China, me, Z, and my man Lo. D'Angelo came out there with it. So me, Z, and D'Angelo, we out there. It was and what was crazy, my first time going to China, I think I only played like 16. Yeah.
Where?
So I got paid for 6. I got paid for 6 games.
That's fine.
But it wasn't supposed to go down like that or whatever. So it was just like, I guess the first tournament that we played in, we won it, young, and then that was that. Then this guy called us out. He's like this old Chinese legend or whatever. They call him the Wolf. They call
Chinese secret. Crazy, I'm black and Nietzsche. I know a little bit about that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
You
he
want to know
took us
what
to
they
this.
call you in China?
So like we had to drive like 10 hours to the city. I'm like, bro, y'all
10 hours.
you want me to come? I'm like, y'all wanted to come play in this tournament and drive 10 hours for all that? Y'all could have flew us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
He ended up paying us cash for the jump. So I got my salary and then we got the cash for the tournament. So I'm like, all right, I drive another 10 hours. Ain't about nothing.
Hey, money talk. Like I said, I deliver big anyway. I'm getting this bill and where I gotta go.
Yeah, so my first China experience was pretty good. Then I went home. So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to do something else. Like I'm trying to get my stats posted. I'm seeing all my friends like they posting their Bball and their Euro stuff. Like, I'm trying to get something like that going or whatever. It wasn't too much of that going on in China. We was going or whatever. So I'm like, I'm hitting up a couple agents. I'm doing stuff myself. Like I'm reaching out to agents on Facebook. I'm all my friends that I see that's playing in all these leagues and stuff or whatever. I'm on their page. I'm like, all right, clicking on every team in the league. I'm fine. I'm looking on the worst team. I ain't even looking on their team. I ain't trying to steal nothing from my man.
Right.
So I'm looking at the worst teams on that jump. Oh, y'all 0-5. Y'all 2-12. Yeah, I'm DMing them. I'm right out. Yeah, I'm right out. I'm looking for the head coach. All that. I'm messaging them. This like my this right when I left from China and stuff. So I'm trying to get overseas, trying to get something really started and stuff or whatever. Because I didn't have a real agent at the time. Like Rico's my basketball manager. You know what I'm saying? They never really he's not
agent.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? He knows a lot of people. He's a good man or anything or whatever. He's involved in basketball work, but he's not like he's not a basketball agent, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wasn't that part of my career. So what I was trying oh yeah, about messaging. I'm messaging the teams and coaches and agents and all of that stuff, trying to get on to the team, any league. I'm just trying, I'm trying to play. All them key acts for film and stats. So I'm sending them my college stuff. Nah, you've been out of college for some time. It's about to be so now it's like March, April. So it's like, all right, it's coming on a year that I'm finished school. You know what I'm saying? Like I just finished school in last May, so it's coming on like a whole year. And they like, I don't see really no film. They ain't really want that China stuff I was doing. That was just for the money.
Right.
That's not no quality film that they wanted to see. That's going to boost my career. So I'm like, all right, I'm sending my college stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm like, damn. So I'm just stuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, what I'm gonna do? Still playing in early league, playing in the farms, playing in the Watts League, Pitts League, everything and stuff in the area until my name get called for something bigger. Then from the summer league that I played in out Vegas, I got a call from this guy, Daryl Risha. He was like, yeah, I'm putting together this team or whatever. We're gonna be playing against all the national teams from China, from Serbia, Spain, all the like it was like 5 national teams that we supposed to be playing against or whatever.
Okay.
Over a course of like 3 weeks in China or whatever, like a tour. It's like you get good film, you can send it out to the to professional teams and all that. This the film that they want because we playing against national players and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, bet. How much we get? Like you don't get nothing. How much you really don't get nothing? Like you getting something, but you mean we don't get nothing? He's like, yeah, I mean it's just an opportunity for you, whatever.
Right.
Like what type? I see what type of games you want, but I really need the tour. You know what I'm saying?
Do you need the footage?
Yeah, I need the footage. It's only 3 weeks. I ain't really tripping about the money. Mind him, he don't know that I really know what's going on in China by now. You know what I'm saying? Like they
You get paid for those tournaments.
They get paid for them tournaments.
Yeah.
Not only that, they get paid for bringing us over there, just for us being there. Just for bringing us over there. Like they thinking we like NBA people, like we LeBron and all. They getting paid for all that. Every time I played in the gym in China, it was packed. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
because they love basketball.
yeah, they love it. I'm talking about every gym packed, standing room only, and stay smoking cigarettes in the gym, all that. They don't care. Gym hot, they sweating more than the players. So
But you gambled, so you took a gamble on
I
yourself.
took a gamble on myself. Like, so I went out there. First, like the first city, I wasn't in shape. I know I wasn't in shape. None of that. I just came from spraining my ankle and stuff, so I've been out like 3 weeks, well, probably like 2.5. I've been out like 2.5 weeks. I ain't do no running, no nothing. First city we in, like the first game, I'm gassed. So I'm out there looking like real weak. Luckily, I had a good friend, my good friend Jason. He was there with me, whatever. He from New York and stuff. I met him from the Vegas camp and stuff. Whatever. Luckily, he talking to me like, bro, like, you, bro, like, oh, Vegas, you was killing him, bro. Like, that's the reason I'm cool with you. That's the reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, nah, you need to, yeah. I'm telling everybody else, like, I'm good, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I ain't been doing nothing. So, by game 3, I was back. I wasn't all the way back, but I was into it like a nice little group. But also by game 3, me and the director, Risha, we was fucking heads. I was the only player there, you know what I'm saying, that really had potential to do something else other than this. I could tell just by the players that he had there, he just was trying to grab anybody that he could grab and bring them over there.
Which is why he
you know what I'm saying, and still trying to people money. That's what he really wanted to do. So by the time I'm really putting it together, like we had a couple little conflicts with the Chinese team or whatever. That was the only team that we had a problem with. Ironic, right? One game, a player spit on my man Jason, spit right in his face. So he didn't like. He was one of the best. I think he was projected to be drafted like top 10 in the NBA too that year.
Somebody would have got their ass whooped.
Yeah. I don't
He
know if
did.
you could see
Nah,
that.
he
Did you see my face when he said that? That's like,
he ain't like how Jason was checking or whatever. And it was early in the game. It was probably like 3 minutes in the game. Jason was like, he was face guarding him, not letting him catch the ball. Type, like, if you don't really know about, he's not letting the dude catch the ball at all. So he frustrated, he mad because he's this great player in China and everything.
And this guy is blocking.
First thing he do, he push. Just like, all right, push me again, I'm gonna knock you out. Jason from New York or whatever, so he like push me again, I'm gonna knock you out.
I don't know.
Imagine the dude from China, he don't know nothing Jason talking about. He like, New York. He don't care.
I know something about that New York life.
Yeah, we know about the New York guy.
So
don't prejudge us.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, the Chinese dude that didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, he probably did.
So the dude, I guess Jason might have tripped over something or whatever. Dude, right in front of the bench, spit right in Jason's face.
In his face.
Right in his face. Jason wiped the John out. Stole right in his face.
Yep.
Dude just looked at him, and then like everybody just got up and they try like break it up and stuff. This is when I just lost all respect to the show. They stopped the game. It was the game. They stopped the game. I think they called the timeout. They bring all in the locker room and stuff. Y'all out here trying to mess up my money.
Oh, wait now.
I'm like, bro, that's the first thing he said out of his mouth. Y'all out here trying to mess up my money and make me look bad. Everything was him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you a black man, bro. You not Chinese. You not none of that, bro. So you can cut all that out. You came out here with us. You didn't come out here with you brought us out there as kids. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of us, for real, other than me, you know what I'm saying? Other than me, ain't none of us been out of the country, bro. Like you talk about we making you look bad. You seen this dude spit in his face.
Yeah.
No matter anything that's going on outside of this basketball, you seen him right there spit in his face, and you gonna come at him and the rest of us like that, like. You know. So like after I took up for the dude Jason right there and that or whatever, then there was show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was over from that. He told everybody there, don't send me the film. I didn't get not one game film from that whole tour.
That was the whole reason why you went.
The whole reason I went. So I wasted my time out there. He tried blackball me. He like, hey, I'm gonna tell everybody, don't work with Brian Bridgeforth. He got this attitude. He this and that. He don't listen. All this. I'm like, all right. do whatever you want to do. You can't force you to stop my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to take a little tour and get money for yourself. I know ain't nobody about to listen to you, bro. Like, come on now. So I'm still in a situation now. It's past the year I'm out of school and I ain't got no film, no current stats. I ain't got none of that. So this other guy hit me up or whatever, John Solomon, for the opportunity to go back to China. I'm like, man, I'm done with China, bro. Like, I ain't got nothing for me. Like, I'd have been to China. This might be my third time going to China. Like, I'm done with China, man. But it ended up working out with John Solomon. So, yeah, it ended up working out with John Solomon. The tour went great. We went to like 5 cities. Played great. Probably was the best. That was probably my best China experience.
Yeah.
When I went with
And you
China.
got film, right?
Got the film,
Amen.
and from there, I sent my film out to a couple agents, and then one of them hit me back, and then that's what started. So actually, my Instagram thing and my Facebook thing worked. I hit up my friend. Who did I hit up? I hit up a lot of my friends. I ain't gonna lie. I hit up like all my friends that play pro and stuff. I was trying to play. I was eager to play. You know, I'm digging shit in the city. What else I'm gonna do? Like, you know, I ain't about to be, you know.
So, getting the hot show stocking shelves.
Yeah, that's big. Like, I ain't doing that. So, I'm really trying to make this basketball stuff happen. So, I hit up my man Boogie. Actually, I hit up Boogie. He was like, yeah, I got this agent or whatever. He's looking for players. What you trying to do? I'm like, man, all I got is this China film. Ain't nobody really messing with it right now, whatever. So this what happened. I put my own tape together from tour with John Solomon and everything, whatever, right? I'm thinking I'm about to be lit. The tape looks amazing, like I'm supposed to be on ESPN or something. If you ask me, nobody really messing with John. All the pro teams, all of them, I'm sending it to. They like, man, this ain't no real film. This is a tour. I'm like, what you mean it's a tour? That's what they told me. Yeah, it's a tour. I'm thinking it's nah. They like, nah, they played you. I'm like, dang, for real? I just keep getting played. But I mean, the dude John paid us for it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But and then it still ended up working out. So I sent the film to Boogie. He gave it to his agent, who got me onto my first team. My first team that I actually got to play for professionally. Which are Uppsala in Sweden.
Okay.
So I ended up signing to a top league in Sweden. Played with Uppsala. At the time, they was 1-19.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I had my work cut out for me at the time.
They needed assistance, and you provided it.
Yeah, and from there, whatever, I was able to finish out the season pretty well. I think I finished my rookie year with, I think I averaged 14 and 8 coming off the bench.
Okay.
So let me tell you how I ended up coming off the bench. My first game there was amazing, but it was bittersweet for me. I finished the game with like 25 and 12 and like three blocks against the best team, that best team there or whatever. We still lost by like 20. But the game. All right, let me tell you this though. The game before that, I couldn't play. I had to sit out and watch it, whatever. The rules or regulations, paperwork still ain't get there. They ended up losing by 40. So we lost by 20 to the best team there. I was like, we look good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I was mad. So it was a great game for me. I thought I was going to have like one of my best games. I thought I was going to have like 30, 40 points. At halftime, I had like 17, but I was throwing up. Like I was throwing up at halftime. I was like the food. I still wasn't adjusting to the food over there. So like every country I've been to, I've been sick for the first two 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Just off the food alone. Every country I've been in, just the first 2 weeks I've been sick alone. So I'm throwing up at halftime. I'm like, man, I don't know, play no more. But ended up finishing the game and stuff. The very next game, the coach played me for 10 minutes. So I'm like, dang, what's going on? So I ended up starting. It took me out like the first minute of the game. I'm like, And we didn't really go up and down the court. I'm like, all right, get it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. I'm sitting on the bench, vibing, waiting. Time going past. I'm like, the whole first quarter finished. I'm like, I ain't even get back in. I'm like, all right, I ain't tripping. He got me in the second quarter. I probably played like 2 minutes. Took me right back out. So I'm frustrated. I'm mad. I'm like, nah, bro, y'all brought me all the way over here for this. You should see my first game. Y'all in the newspaper and all that. Granted, we lost, but I mean, that got me. I don't know what none of the words said on it. It had a picture of me like this, you know. I was looking good. I'm like, it had to be something good. I'm in the paper, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going on, coach? I'm just sitting. I'm like, all right. I'm just every time we get up for the timeout and stuff, and we don't get in the game, I'm just getting more and more mad. So I'm moving my seat down. Moving my seat down towards the end of the bench. Come halftime, we going in the locker room. Coach talking, he have his team in. He ain't single me out or none of that. I think he gonna have to talk with me, try to explain or see why or anything, you know what I'm saying? Or even get on my ass and sitting on the end of the bench, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But nah, he didn't say nothing to me. The game finished. Well, it comes fourth quarter. He put me in the last like 4 minutes of the game.
Wow.
I try to run it up. I ain't catch ball to nobody. I only finished the game with like 6 points. So after the game, you know, the coaches they analyzed the players, they had a meeting, they talked, you know, the team meeting, and they talk about each player. So he did the me and stuff. He like, and you, I don't know what's up with you. Like, some games you'll play 20 minutes, some games you'll play 15 minutes, some games you'll play 5 minutes. Do you understand? And I'm like, nah, I don't understand. And he looked at me. The way he looked at me, he didn't think I was gonna say that. But I'm like, bro, I really don't understand. Like, you talking about I'm gonna be playing 10 minutes and 5 minutes, bro? You're tripping. I'm not coming all the way from DC to Sweden to a team that's 1-20 now. You playing 5 minutes, bro. You playing with my career and you playing with my time.
Right.
He like, oh, he know.
Damn.
Me and Zoe. So left, went home. We ain't had practice the next day. We had practice the day after that. In the practice, coach came in late or whatever. We all practiced. As soon as he come into the practice, he tell the assistant coach to leave out. Assistant coach, as soon as he tell the assistant coach to leave out, they have to meet in the hall. I'm like, oh, yeah, coming in, they bring me out, have a meeting with them. He like, why you here? I'm like, what you mean? You not quit? You put me on the team? Like, I got the same message as you. Practice at 7 o'clock. What you mean? Like, oh, I just thought like you were done or whatever after that or whatever. You was like, man, look, if you want me or not, I ain't never said I was done. But like, you know, you wrong for that. Like,
Right, because it's the coach's decision to put you in the game.
Yeah, but he like, but you wrong for challenging me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't at the time I was still 24. Like he was right. He was right at the time. Like I shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, challenge him for the team or whatever like that. At the same time, bro, like, why am I playing 10 minutes?
But if you didn't challenge him,
Yeah.
so
after that whole conversation, he tried to make me apologize to the team and all that stuff or whatever. I was like,
that wouldn't work for me.
I'm like, bro, I'm not apologizing to the team.
Yeah.
Apologize to the team for what, bro? I tell you, I'm right here with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here with the assistant coach. I'm still trying to play, so I'm give y'all apology right here, whatever. She says right here. I apologize for challenge you in front of the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to play. That's that. We can go from there. Like, all right, we can go from here. From that day, I never started with them. Yeah, that's how we had a local Swedish player started.
Yeah, that's how some coaches can be as an ex-player in football and ex-coach.
It wasn't no hate. I mean,
yeah, it just sometimes you get folks with that attitude or a mindset, and
then he was still here. Like if I look it up, I probably still had like 5 games and over 20 points. I finished with a 30-point game.
Not starting.
15 off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to, because me playing over in China and stuff with all of the time stuff, me and Zeke playing, we gonna have like 2 Americans on the court at a time. Then sometimes the Chinese would bet on quarters and stuff, so they be like, all right, we taking Brian out and we taking Zeke out. We just gonna let all the Chinese play right now. So I learned how to get a couple stats, get a couple quick points here and there real quick in a professional game, and then you gotta come right out the game real quick, and then going over there with the dude Daryl Richard not getting, you know what I'm saying, him playing with my minutes and stuff and all that too. So I learned how to do that real quick. All right, that's why even to this day, like with playtime right now, I'm cool with it. I set a bench. I had to set a bench overseas to still get paid. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's still produced. You know, being able to still produce, still get paid, and then had to sit on the bench. You know what I'm saying? And you not even home. Like that, you're not even home. So like, yeah.
So we're gonna do a quick video break. So since we're talking about basketball, we had these gentlemen we interviewed about 2 weeks ago. Warfare J and Suge. They got the joint called Russell Westbrook. And then of course we'll play money afterwards. Since we got the
Shit, no. This bitch hard.
Oh yeah, Maji. This the one right here.
Nigga, I came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle, to get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to. Nigga, I came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle, to get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to. Gotta stick to the code, balance my high with my lows. Niggas gon' hate, I suppose, but when you the best, you the go. I guess that's just how this shit goes. D'Angelo Russell, the ice in my veins, embedded in my flows. My heart is cold, can't trust these niggas, not even these hoes. So I keep a poach just in case you want go. But what do you know? I am the best in this bit. I'm really getting tired of addressing that shit. I'm at the top of the crust where I sit. The flows are too lit, yeah, you know I'm legit. Every song drop is a hit, I don't miss. I don't plan on stopping till I'm in the dish. Put me on your track, you won't even exist. Just like Rich on me, I keep going in. Soon I get the flow and no need to punch in. Once I lock in, then I'm gone with the win. I'm like a wizard when I grab the pen. Put words together, I'm making them blend. I always knew that one day I would win. Oh, you thought different, they go think again. They counted me out, even some of them can. Just like a flow, they just let it sink in. I don't got time for amends. I'm trying to buy me a Benz. Get me a house on the hill, I got time for no friends. They say I'm setting the trend. Vision mapped out, I don't need me a lens. Say what you want, I just grin. I know that you hating, there's love on the end. No need to pretend. See that I'm up, now you wanna be my friend. But it's too late, cause you wasn't back then. Came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle, to get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to. Nigga, I came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle, to get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to.
Hop on the beat, then I body this shit, cause the ice in my veins got a young nigga cold. Can't trust you niggas and none of you hoes. When money involved, they gon' switch up they roll. Give me a poke, cause I heard niggas plotting. Shooters on go, cause I know they been watched. Move out the move, I know they gon' cop. Hard in the paint, like who gon' stop me? I'm at the top of the shit. I ball like Jordan, don't need no assist. The jumper too wet with the flick of a wrist. Jug on the song, so you know it's a hit. Pass me the ball, then you know it's a win. Hard in the paint, I'ma keep going in. Feel like the greatest, I'ma keep going in. I'ma keep it going in. How can I lose? I was destined for this. The flow is too cold, yeah, I'm destined to win. Flow off the top, I don't need me a pen. The love is too fake, I don't need me no friend. Chasing the bag, trying to count up the dead. They say that it's hate, but it's love in the end. Murder the beat, then I hop in the bench. Murder the beat, then I'm gone in the wind.
Oh,
come on, man. I got family, I got kids, everything's upstairs in the closet, dog.
Money. Money. I love that money.
Lucas.
Money, 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 money.
Glad you
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really want to play. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut your mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say. Stay up out of my way. Cause money, 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 make you shut your mouth. Keep playing with these goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised, this is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Day in my life, I take me a different route. And use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign. So independent, my money be corporate. These raps is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring. She always go ahead and let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, man. And you can never, ever, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about.
Yo, B, no pressure, yo.
A nigga was fucking on me, he was in love. Don't let that little nigga lie to you. Ain't finna pressure a nigga to get out his feelings. Nah, that's what his mama do. Ain't finna beef with no little bitty bitch, she get beat. That's what that drama do. Ain't in the waste of my time. Run up these bands, That's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. what I'm called. Everybody a queen, well, bitch, I'm a nuisance. Come to your city, yo, nigga, I'm looting. Bitch, I'm a stepper, period. She think she fucking with treasure delirious. Lil' George stalking my page, she curious. She think I'm playing that rap, I'm serious. I ain't got time for all of that chit-chat. Stepping too close and get hit with the reflex. First I'm an Average, you know I'm a leader. Don't follow no rules, only follow procedures. Like if a bitch get out of line, stuck her. A nigga wasting my time, fuck her. Promoter ain't giving no money, then dub it. Don't play with a gang when you see us in public. If I had nothing, you know I would clutch him. I grip on the strap and you know I'ma bust it. A nigga was fucking on me, he was in love. Don't let that little nigga lie to you. Ain't finna pressure a nigga to get out his feelings. Nah, that's what his mama do. Ain't finna beef with no little bitty bitch, she get beat. That's what that drama do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run up these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run up these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run up these bands, that's what them commas do.
My phone like, Tay, where you at? I dropped the pen, come give me that neck. He drowning this pussy, he like, what the heck? I don't be bragging about how I be wet. My drip game awesome, you know I be flossing. Pretty ass here, and you know that I'm bossy. He think he a pimp, well, bitch, I'm a pimp. Louis back heavy, I walk with a limp. Money on my mind, I'm talking about commas. Fly takes back a hoe with that drama. Drinks is my son, I call him my toddlers. Big booty bitch, they call me a wobbler. Ass hair broom, that's true facts. Got your nigga on my ass, that's true facts. Bitch, you and my bitch don't do that. If you want to bitch, I'ma screw that.
A nigga was fucking on me, he was in love. Don't let that little nigga lie to you. Ain't finna pressure a nigga to get out his feelings. Nah, that's what his mama do. Ain't finna beef with no little bitty bitch, she get beat. That's what that drama do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run up these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run up these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run up these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got some youngins in my hood. They're pretty talented.
Oh, okay.
It ain't gonna be on nobody. So.
Well, we always tell people when they send us music, if your shit ain't hot, we gonna tell you it's not hot.
No, it ain't me. So you just how you know it ain't me. I don't rap.
So, but I mean, what the thing about it is, music and sports has a good they click very very well together. So that's always a good thing because when you think of hot music, you think of hot sports and artist association, athlete association. You know, you see Jay-Z with LeBron. You know, you see several.
But sometimes you do have the
Shaq rap album sucked though.
right. I was about to say you got crossovers that didn't work out quite
Well,
well.
I when he did the last smooth, like when he did the Foosh nigga joint, I give him props for that. Shaq though, I would say this: Shaq probably had the greatest. I ain't by the crap, but he probably had the greatest athlete album because they didn't let Iverson put his shit out. Because Iverson joint,
But now, I was about to say,
Iverson joint was raw. I don't know if you heard that shit. Iverson joint, I heard this shit. He was. I was like, damn, that's Al Iverson. He sound like a street nigga.
But there's a lot of basketball.
Street nigga.
Yeah,
That's what the problem was.
That's why he didn't.
That's why some people
His
had a
career
problem with
ended the way that it ended because
that nigga dropped a mixtape song. He was guns, fags, and all. He was yo.
Talented players, but at the same time, we have some that should just go sit down.
Yeah. Renegade records he recorded I won't say his name, but he's an ex-Redskin player.
Washington football.
What the fuck ever.
And that
And
means he played a while ago.
yeah, and I was like, oh man, you should get him. You should do a song with him. But sometimes he's like, he's a burnout.
I know who you're talking about, and yeah, you should. Don't influence that collaboration. That wouldn't be a good thing.
Okay.
Well, to a degree. Sometimes it is if it's just one song.
Only for a connect.
Yeah.
You need somebody's gonna try to buy something.
No, the nigga, this how burned out he was. The nigga Renegade mixed the song. Nigga called him. He was like, yo, we gonna mix my.
And he already mixed it.
He said, nigga, I gave it to you last week.
Bless him. That happened.
Nigga.
Apparently.
A lot. See, I ain't gonna lie. Me back in the days, I'd have charged his ass the second time and just gave him the same mix I gave. Oh, you don't remember? Oh, he paid me for that shit again. So, Oh man, we're back. We're back after break. Of course, we always lunching. CP3. Have you had any collect calls from any random children this week?
Nah, not this week. I got spam block on my phone. I told you that. If your number ain't saved, you ain't getting through. You got to leave a voice.
Only people who are trying to duck their baby mom.
No. No, when you pass out a lot of business cards, people send you spam all the damn time.
First of all, I told you a long time ago, all you need to do is set up a Google number. Stop doing that.
I already got the cards printed up. I didn't pay for
But
it.
I told
Just
you
get
that like
passed
a
out.
long time ago. You know.
Anyway,
That's why I don't have no problem. Spam block will pick it up. They don't leave a voicemail. Or I tell you, send me a text. I know who it is, and I call you back. Shit.
Well, on my way here, I thought of you because I just want to say shout out to the young lady who was driving down Branch Avenue throwing men's clothing out of the window.
How does that make it big to me?
Because I feel like she probably was
ran
throwing
into a
your
nigga
stuff.
like you.
I've never had that happen.
Are you sure? Do you know where your belongings are now?
Yes, there is my room.
The only reason the people or female want to throw your shit out is because you probably shoot it.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. You got my shit.
Wow.
You're a thief. I didn't give you permission to do that.
But she doesn't have it in her possession anymore because she threw it out the window of the moving vehicle on Branch Avenue.
That's larceny. That's property that does not belong to you that you're disposing of. That's a crime.
So I actually want to get everybody's take on this. I want to get our guest take on this.
Okay.
I've really never been a Cash Money fan.
Oh God.
I like Juvenile. I take that. I like Juvenile. Juvenile was talented.
He took over the 99s for 2000, man.
He really did. Whether we wanted him to do
Nigga,
it
that's
or
a
not.
year.
He made
it seem like it was a long time. Nigga, it was a year. It was 365 days.
He did that whether we wanted him to do it or not.
It's back to like 2004. They had a
that's not what you said. I'm going by the date.
You took over to the
Yeah.
It's from the song.
No, I'm saying I'm going by the date you said. But so Birdman said that he doesn't think anyone can do a versus with Lil Wayne.
I definitely heard him say that. I said that same podcast.
Yes. So
he said
it. After he watched
wait a minute. Let's start with our guest. I want to get everybody's opinion on this.
Definitely just saw that.
So Brian, what is your opinion on this?
First of all, I want to say that interview was like that was probably top 10.
I think it was on the Big Fast
podcast. It was top 10 for this year. That interview was like top 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was very informative. So if y'all ain't see it, y'all need to go check that shit out.
You know what though? You know why it was Big 10? You know why he's saying that? Because it showed Birdman's growth as a person.
Yeah.
Because he did admit to the shit that he did, and he did admit, I did went back out. Yeah, I didn't pay these niggas, but then I went back and I paid them.
Wait, he went back. Did he say I went back and paid them, or did he say the courts made me do it?
Well, it's the same thing. This is how you say it.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Either you went back and paid them on your own, or the courts made you.
I mean, they took out their money.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, it's like you grew, but you really didn't.
But he copped to his shit. But go ahead. So how do you feel about that quote? And then
I feel like I don't know. I mean, everybody should be able to do a verse or something. But Wayne though, I mean, he was right. The only person who Wayne should be able to do a verse with is Toshi himself.
You said it's who?
Himself. Wayne versus Toshi. That would be the only thing. Wayne, he got so much stuff. Like, he got to go with himself. Or like a Gucci Man. Wayne versus Gucci Man.
No.
Do you think Gucci Man has a catalog that go against Wayne?
I don't think Gucci Man would have a catalog to go against Wayne.
I'm just saying because I'm in reference.
I'm just no.
About the amount.
You know, I mean, I feel like this. I feel like when we had these conversations, everybody has their opinion.
Perfect verses for Little Wayne.
Oh, God.
We ain't got to. We ain't got to. Calm down.
Wayne versus Wayne is the only verse.
Okay.
That would make sense to me.
Okay.
All right, Lady Antoinette.
I feel like Lil Wayne and Birdman have always had a very strange relationship.
You want to go there first?
That I have to go there because it's like y'all, it's like they had a lovers quarrel, and now he's like saying things to kind of get Lil Wayne's attention, like I'm sorry, like take me back, please, type of thing. Birdman does things for shock factor. Um, he has done that before. As far as Lil Wayne, I think that I'm not a huge Lil Wayne fan. I'm not thinking that Lil Wayne is like the best of all time or anything like that. Um, I don't feel that way. It's no shade to him. I don't feel that way. However, when you do a versus, you kind of they tend to want to have someone with the same style, and it will be a good matchup for that style and go, toe to toe with your catalog. It is difficult for Lil Wayne to go against someone because
He puts out a lot of music.
he puts out a lot of music and
it was
his style.
And it was that 10-year period where
that's all we heard.
Yeah, then it was like
nigga, you
was putting that out. Who was going against him then when he was putting it out?
Like
and that's the thing. Like when you take that style and the catalog together, it's difficult for him to
it's
go
very
against anybody. I do feel like what you said, Lil Wayne against himself. I probably have a different take than you though, because Lil Wayne had different personalities.
Mixtape Weezy was different than industry Weezy.
No, there were some albums. I don't even think Wayne was there. Like he said things. One of the albums, he was just talking. And he was like, "Skip it bop." I was like, "Wait, what? What did he just say?" He don't know. You know what I mean? Not trying to be funny, but that's Lil Wayne had different personalities. So yeah, go against yourself then. But it is difficult because of the style of music plus the catalog. Who can go against him in his little genre of hip hop? It's difficult. So kind of true, but not because he's the greatest of all time. It's just he's different.
But that makes you being different puts you in a different category of being great though.
It puts you in a different category, but I feel like Birdman was saying it because he's like trying to say, "Oh, Lil Wayne, can't nobody go against him because like he gonna crush everybody." But I feel like nobody can go against him because who's in his category for him?
Yeah. Okay.
No. Because like I said, I don't really watch the verses. I hear about them. I think I maybe watch one.
All you need is a star tattooed on your head.
Wow.
I'm just saying because the point of the verses is to have the better catalog and outperform the other artists, or what's the purpose? How do you judge who wins the verses?
So first of all, you usually take two people that are in the same category, right? Like they did Brandy and Monica, for instance. They did Babyface and Teddy Riley. They're both, they make music, they're producers, but they were also the artists too, And they put them toe to toe. Lil Jon, T-Pain. Put them toe to toe, and it's like I'm gonna play a song, you play a song. That's round one. Which song was better? Round two, I'm gonna play a song, you'll play a song. Which one's better? So it goes like that, and people keep tally, and then we'll see who wins at the end.
And the crazy thing is though, with like a versus like this, I remember when Nelly and Luda did a verse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the amount of record sales Nelly has, you would think that Nelly would have washed Luda.
No. And they're friends too, by
the way. Luda washed that nigga.
I didn't see it.
Luda slow walked that nigga to the dungeon.
Because you can do, it's not just your records, it's something that you were on.
It's something that you were on, and then it's
so features and everything.
But because here's the thing, because you can like Dipset versus the Locks, right? You can make your record may not be platinum, right? But you can make cultural anthems that live on to this day.
Right.
That's why I asked the question.
Because it's song for song.
The perfect matchup for Lil Wayne would be Jadakiss.
No.
His mixtape underground stuff could match up with Lil Wayne. He has anthems with the locks and on his own. And Lil Wayne's so-called own style, like she said, some of this shit was like gibberish. There's been 2 CDs I've thrown out of my CD player midstream and listened to. Lil Wayne was one of them.
Because you know what he was talking about.
No, but I mean, when he first came out, I was a Lil Wayne fan. I love Cash Money.
The block is hot.
Yeah, I was a Lil Wayne fan. I was a lover of Lil Wayne when he first came out because his shit was pure. His shit was different. His shit was, you didn't know what he was going to say, but his shit was hot. This shit that with all these other, the Carter 4, 5, and 6, this shit got redundant. And then like I said, then he was just doing gibberish and niggas like, that's the hottest shit I ever heard. Nigga, my niece said that shit when she was in the cradle. Is that going to go platinum? Just because you like him, you can't suck his dick on everything he put out.
Oh my God. Oh.
And that's what I feel why hip hop is taking a turn because you got a lot of jumper ons that because he had some hot shit, they don't want to tell him your shit hot because they want to pop bottles with him in VIP. But nigga, you done fell off. I don't really see the potential I saw for Lil Wayne when he first came out to where he is now. He has stardom, he has fame, but as a lyricist, I think the drugs and the alcohol stunted his lyrical growth that he could have been if he didn't get burnt out in the beginning. That's my personal opinion.
I don't think he's burnt out because he has stuff current. You'll hear him as a feature on something current.
And he still gets some good shit though.
And you're like, oh, okay, he's still there. But I guess in a sense, it depends on his mental state of mind when he's recording.
But to be fair,
but Jadakiss, I disagree. But okay.
I disagree too. But to be fair, 90% of rappers have kicked some whack shit before.
Mm-hmm.
So
but Lil Wayne has so much
whack shit.
Not just, but just in general.
That you're going to gloss over.
So much.
He got so much that you can judge them.
He got so much content that
there's going to be some trash out there.
Yeah.
So for every one whack song, you may find 2 good songs. So it's so much content. And like I said, it was a 10-year period where he just ran shit.
I think on the same interview that we was talking about the Birdman joint, he was like Wayne released like 100 songs or over more than who was the guy that had the record? I think it was like Elvis. Elvis had the record for most releases in 1 year or something.
And that's how they get his features.
Wayne charted the top 100 Billboard with 99 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that. That's crazy. I didn't know nothing like that though.
But
real talk. You said your age. You told us your age. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why you don't know because Lil Wayne started when he was 16. He 40. Well, almost 40. So that's a long time.
He ain't little no more.
So that's a really long time. So he been
Mr. Wayne.
Mr. God.
So we were able to see, all the stuff. You look at this man's whole yeah. I mean, he was dropping stuff at 16 and he almost 40 and we sitting here talking about him now.
Yeah.
Who can say that?
True. Definitely.
But it's funny you said juvenile. Let me touch on it. I did not like Ha.
That was my shit.
Say something. I liked the beat, but then the first time y'all heard that song, you know what he was talking about? What was he talking about?
Nah.
When that song first came out, what was he talking about? Nobody knew. Nobody knew. I was like, what?
But now everybody knows Lil Wayne now.
What I'm saying is, when it first came out, I was like, what?
I ain't gonna lie. The first time I heard it, I was probably like, what the fuck is this shit?
I mean,
but then like the third, but I got to the second. You know why I started fucking with Juvenile? No lie.
What is wrong with
the first time I heard it, I was like, turn.
Right.
But then I remember hearing an interview with Foxy Brown. And she was about to drop her album. She was like, yo, I got the hottest nigga out the South, Juvenile. I was like, this nigga's hot? I just turned this shit off 30 seconds ago. And then when I listened to it.
So Foxy had to tell you, he gets hot before you listen.
So then when I listened to it the first time, I was like, okay, it's okay. But then when I really listened to it, I was like, okay, nah, fuck with him.
Once you realize what he was saying.
Yeah.
Because you need an interpreter.
I'll be honest.
The first time you heard it. Exactly.
But how's my shit now?
No. The first time I had a system in my truck. I was a bass head.
Yeah.
I heard that bass drop. Yeah, I heard that bass drop. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just like, and then I listened to it. I actually bought the album. The first I had to sing was Drake bass. I said, let me check out the album. And I'm always open to. I think I was one of the first folks that was open to Southern rap that didn't really, hate on it. And I listened to the CD. The CD was alright. I'm like, I could bang this whole joint in the truck. This joint out got some nice bass line.
Yeah.
You got some funny
But you
shit.
wanted to listen to it in the truck because of the bass line.
Yeah.
I will admit, I just said that.
Yeah.
That song, the bass line was amazing.
That bass line was crazy.
When I was listening to when he came on the box,
But it was catchy though.
I was like, what
the
is
fuck?
he doing?
But it was catchy though.
So
no, it has a catchy. You weren't really saying it along with it.
Yeah,
you can't quote nothing but Baha.
That was a catchy part.
No, the funny thing is, the funny thing is about that though is because I'm an asshole. So when I actually caught on to what he was doing, and then I would just talk to people like that. I'd be like, yeah, so what you doing, huh? Oh, you just came up in the house, huh? Oh, you just went to that store, huh?
You be doing that shit too. I was like, it caught on with everybody. Wait, what the fuck he was talking about, where it came from.
You had to listen to it a few times.
But
that was one of those when you times
so,
you gotta hit rewind and listen to that verse.
So my thoughts on Wayne is this: there are people I feel that could probably go against Wayne. I think T.I. can go against Wayne. He has a deep catalog.
I think Lil Wayne's is bigger though.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. But you have to pick. Once again, when we go through this, we have to think. You got to pick 20 bangers. Yeah. And every
song selection is key.
Song selection is the biggest key in a verse. Because every now and then a nigga be like, yo, I'm about to play my new shit. Don't nobody want to hear that shit in a verse.
Like when
nigga, right?
Trina did that to us. What the fuck is this shit? Where's Eve? Bring her back.
I'm gonna resurrect my career tonight.
They start playing their new shit. You be like, what the fuck?
And Trina had Trick come out the coffin because he looked
because he was dead.
That was my dude, man.
Yeah, but he don't look so great now.
But you gotta have a T.I. go. You gotta have a Luda go against him. You gotta have a Drake go against him.
I felt like Drake is in love with Lil Wayne. I don't think he would do that.
But I think Drake. I think Drake will probably beat him though.
His catalog
is bigger than his.
But because you gotta bring in the features too. But I think Luda was good, but no. I think that was actually because that was like a party.
Yeah.
It was a full blown party. But there are certain acts that nobody can go against. Like Wu-Tang, we talked about this. That mess about Bone Thugs going against Wu-Tang. No.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like the other day, not the other day, about a couple weeks ago, Memphis Bleak. No, we got to talk.
We forgot as soon as you said his name.
Because as a Jay-Z fan, he know what the fuck I'm about to say. Your boy was sniffing some crack. Your boy had his head up his ass when he got on it. And I get it because Jay your man. But when you got up there and say that Jay and Nas gonna do a verse because Nas ain't got 20 hits, what the fuck, nigga? You got one.
Right.
And a half.
You can't even talk about it.
You may not even got a half a joint.
You didn't even write that.
Let me tell you something about Memphis Bleak. Let me tell you something about him. When I was at Norfolk State, he came there for our homecoming.
Did anybody go to the show?
Well, it was a combination of things, so everybody was there anyway. But he did his one song, and then people decided, oh, now it's time to go to the bathroom. We'll go do this. We'll do like he cleared the floor.
Well, he has two songs. He got "Is That Your Chick," which sucked, and Missy Elliott's on the hook of that. And then
so she made the song. Go ahead.
His best verse is "Coming of Age," which is on Jay-Z's album.
And he didn't write that.
Actually, "Coming of Age" too.
Yeah, that's not even his song anyway.
Yeah. So
I'll say Bleak is, if not the biggest disappointment of the rock.
and that's the thing. How you gonna make a comment like that and nigga Beanie Siegel came after you is bigger than you. Kanye came after you is bigger than you. Cameron is bigger than you. Nigga, Dipset is bigger than you. Shit like, oh, Chris and Neef are bigger than you.
Because Jay didn't do him any favors on writing the verses for him because that's what we were expecting, more of that. And then
when you brought that album,
you was like,
yeah, when he did it on his own.
We should do top 10 cup hosters.
Bleak could be the top of that list. I was very disappointed.
Wait, you brought
oh. I bought the album too. This shit sucked.
I can say that about it.
Yeah, you lucky.
I was a diehard rock. I'm gonna give it a chance.
I wasn't feeling him enough to buy his album.
But two verse.
Oh, but, that got you, and you was like, oh, he
ought to be hot.
However, this some of the shit's not his fault though, because if you listen to the album,
he's garbage. That's not.
No, wait. Let me explain. Let me explain. So one, if you listen to that album that we're talking about, right, that Coming to Age 2, is it Hard Knock Life or Life in Time? I think it's Life in. No, it's Hard Knock Life. I think it's Hard Knock Life. So if you listen to that album, like, nigga, everybody on that album sounds like they're God. Like, you had the Rangers, you had Beanie. Like, I ain't heard the Rangers since then. Yeah, that's when I played the album. I was like, oh shit, I remember these niggas. These niggas was hot.
Not really, but
not really, exactly. Because they were hot for one song. And Bleak was hot for one song, for two songs, Coming to Age 1 and Coming to Age 2, and he stayed around longer than what he should be. Shout out to Duce because he's probably like the co-CEO of that.
If I hear your name and I'm like, oh yeah, forgot about him, then you shouldn't call him.
Because I'm not gonna lie, when I played Bean's album, The Truth, I was in love. I was like, this. When I played Bleak album, I do that. I think Bleak is the first album I threw out the when we was driving, and I was playing. I was like, this shit's garbage, and then I threw it out the window while we was driving.
I'm sure we could probably find many of his albums on the street at that time.
Yeah, probably.
But Beanie's joint,
and then when you compared the two, it was just like, yo.
So he should close his mouth and hope that somebody even thinks of a verses with him and anyone. That's what I'm saying. You can't comment on verses if you can't go against nobody because you don't have enough.
They call it against. Then you're gonna be versus. It's gonna be against.
He gonna get Rob Bates. They both got one head. I think Rob Bates will win though.
Yeah,
It Take Two was my shit.
That shit is time. That shit for like 30 years. He gonna win this off of that by himself. All gonna hear, I wanna rock, and it's over.
But
he said he don't even like to rap.
Who?
Bleak?
Obviously. If he did, he'd be better. Practice makes perfect.
First of all, it's all in the name. The nigga name is Bleak. What does that say about your future? Nigga, your future bleak.
He peaked on his second song.
Nigga, he peaked on JT's album.
But he wrote a 15-year career off of that one track, so he got to get him some.
Nigga. No. Time out. There's a lot of one-hit wonders that road coach. Nigga, he rode Jay-Z's coattails for 15 fucking years.
Yeah, he was on tour.
Right. That's it.
He got that hot spot with Jay-Z.
And my thing is, guess what?
And Jay-Z said that.
Didn't you just say somebody else wrote it? So I'm not giving him credit.
But he still.
Yo, you know what? Quote your favorite Memphis Bleak verse.
That he wrote. Exactly. Tell me something he wrote.
One of the greatest verses about Memphis Bleak is "Diamonds Are Forever." As long as I'm alive, Bleak's a millionaire. That's his claim to fame. Jay-Z's his daddy now. I'm the captain now.
I mean, it is what it is.
I think he should just close his mouth.
Yeah, he should just stay in the background and keep doing whatever he's doing to collect the check.
So while we sitting here talking about verses, so I saw a video of the current members of Drew Hill.
Okay, we gotta talk about this shit.
Okay, so the current members of Drew Hill
is two niggas you don't know who the fuck they are.
No, it's Cisco And then there are two guys that were in that group playing. They were one hit wonders.
Yes.
Cheers to You, the song that they had. And then
And Nokia.
And then no, I think he left. And there's another dude in there.
Damn.
So I sent you the video, right? It was
Yeah.
like 4 dudes. Okay, so Cisco was kind of like laughing and kind of chilling. And then one of the newer members is like all in the camera. Can't nobody see us. You can't, nobody can go on a versus against us. We got the hits. No, boo.
He got the hits.
You perform the hits. You don't have the hits. I'm really concerned about the fact that these people who wasn't there during that time, he gave that energy like, yeah.
So I would say
We
this.
the best. No.
A couple years ago when Nokia was still with the group, and the other two nameless niggas was there. I don't know who the fuck they are. We were at the Wolf
like
Trap.
Black and Smoke.
I don't know. Crusty,
I think I'm lying, but go ahead.
Crusty Fish Grease. I don't know what the fuck their names are. They might be. But when we went to, I think it was a Wolf Trap, wherever that shit out in DC, yo, that shit was packed the fuck out. And, you know, you had Cisco, his little midget blonde ass hair. And I would say this, they performed. However, how the fuck ever, when you grew up on Drew Hill, they did perform, but that ain't the Drew Hill that I grew up on, nigga. That's like Frosted Flakes and Great Flakes. You know the difference. When you hungry, it tastes good, but you know the difference. You know the difference between the Walmart brand.
When was this?
It's about 3 years ago.
Okay, so I saw them perform late 2019, maybe early 2020. Okay. The Wizards has what they call a concert series. So when you go to a concert, usually it's on a Friday night, when you go to a game, sometimes they have a concert after the game. Anybody who has tickets to the game can go. I was a season ticket holder, so I was pressed to go to all the concert series. Now, one night, they said, well, first of all, I was disappointed by 2 different acts ever. 112, when I found out that they was just 12. Okay. That was the first one. That was a few years ago. And then I was highly disappointed by Drew Hill. And I'm thinking it was the beginning of 2020. Yeah, it definitely was because I remember who I was there with. No comment on that. But
shade.
So I got 2 tickets, so I would bring people with me sometimes. So it was definitely
everybody looked at you different when you said that though. He was like, who the fuck did you bring?
Right, but
that was very shady. Yeah, that was a shady ass thing.
It was 2020 based off of who I was there with.
Somebody's listening.
So I should have known. I don't know. I don't care. But I should have known that 2020 was going to be the year that it was. Because I was completely and totally devastated. I was a big Drew Hill fan.
Were they saying COVID into existence?
Yeah. And so it was horrible. They were like all out of sync. It was, I don't know what key they were singing in. And then, towards the middle of their performance, it was the Cisco out.
Yes. So
you saw that too?
So this is what happens in the Drew Hill show.
I was not happy about the Cisco out.
Because the other niggas don't really know, after a certain amount of Drew Hill songs, the other niggas don't really know the popular songs. So they know the popular song. They don't know the other shit that you find on the album. So what happens is it turns into the Cisco show. So the minute he starts singing the thong song, it's all the Cisco's hits for like the end of the show.
But
and them niggas is backup dancers.
But no.
Some of them niggas ain't even on stage. Some of them niggas ain't even on stage when they perform.
In my performance that I saw, it wasn't just that they were singing his hits. He released the dragon. Okay. Now I thought that when he said that he was just talking about the album and he was just gonna be singing stuff from Release the Dragon. No, Cisco think he a dragon, and he was flipping all over the place, and he was dancing and twerking, and then did some more flips, and it was really weird because he's the only original member, so they just let Cisco run free. We have always known Cisco was weird. We've always known that, but they let him run free. So it was tragic to me as a Drew Hill fan.
I didn't realize before they changed it to Dave and Buster's down on Rundle Mill, it was called Jillian's, and then and then Cisco walked by me. I was like, damn, this nigga really like a little blonde head smurf. this nigga's small as a
He's
motherfucker.
very little. Yeah.
Like I was like, God dang, I don't even have to rob. I could just put the nigga in my pocket.
But now I'm so
If
disappointed. So now when I
No,
see Drew Hill talking, I just be like, man.
here's the funny thing. I want you to picture this. If Cisco is small to me, just imagine what he is to Brian.
I know, right?
Nigga, I'm small to Brian. Like Cisco would be that nigga's shoe.
That's like Shaq and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Yeah, but Drew Hill, they had a couple of hits that I did like. I wasn't really a big fan.
I was devastated.
The funniest thing, the most thing, the thing I liked about it was the meme they had with Cisco holding the microphone, Cisco looked like a big microphone, holding a little microphone, with that blonde hair and shit. But yeah, I mean, to me, Drew Hill, they
had some hits, though.
If they go up against, like, somebody was talking about them going up against Jodeci a punishment.
Well, I think that's because of the style. Remember we were talking about
catalog.
Yeah, the style is.
I mean, Casey and JoJo got some hits though.
Well, I'm saying you can just pull them two out there and get Drew Hill some good.
Nah, not Casey and JoJo by themselves.
Well, like I said, you was a fan. I wasn't really a fan.
But
I didn't listen
I'm
to
not
the
even. I'm talking about straight hits. Casey and JoJo had one album together. Well, I think they had more, but we only know about one album.
Like Drew Hill had.
No, they had multiple. Like all their hits was the course of multiple albums.
All right, I got an interesting question. Let's get back to our guest real quick. So, what is your top 5? We usually ask out your people that Mount Rushmore of hip hop and stuff like that. What is your Mount Rushmore of basketball?
So Mount Rushmore, so that would be just history. Like everybody.
Yeah, the top history.
In my opinion, Kobe. Jordan, LeBron, Will.
I know that's right. Them last two just.
Them
last two. I was like, yes.
You know the funny thing is? I was like, I could question him about this. I could question him about that.
Nah, them last two.
And nigga said, Will. I was like, oh, forget the question.
And Russell,
Nigga, I was like, oh yeah, I'm done.
I think that's nice. That's nice Mount Rushmore.
Yep, you can't question.
Who you really can sub out? Who you can really sub out?
You can't question.
And why?
He can't.
Nigga.
And I can't stand LeBron, but I mean, I will admit that
The thing about
he has an
LeBron,
impact.
Yeah, the thing about LeBron, though, he been in the league, what, like 20 years? And it's still, like, no light up in him. He's still doing, arguably about the same stuff he's been doing.
You know the crazy thing? I remember, I ain't even being a Lakers fan. I just remember when Kobe dropped 80 on somebody.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
First of all, just imagine.
They made a commercial off of that.
No! Just
talk about.
Just imagine you flip it to the TV and they be like, Kobe Bryant has 69 points. You ain't even turning the channel now. You was like, I wonder what the fuck he gonna do.
Right.
It's 15. Like, you would just watch just to see what this nigga's going to do. Because you like, well, damn it, I wasn't alive when they did the Will Chamberlain.
With the 100.
Yeah.
There's no video of the 100.
Yeah. So you like.
It's that old picture like
this. Yeah. Where I'm holding you.
Yeah.
Right. That's all we see.
So I remember, and like I said, I even like casually just watching basketball. When you hear, oh, this nigga got 70 points, you like, nigga.
Let me see.
You sit there, you get the posing, you get the popcorn out. Then you start to text niggas. Oh, this nigga about to drop it. You texting niggas like you a real fan.
You see this? Yeah. But no, like I mean, like I said, I'm not a LeBron fan, but I give him the respect. So. Yeah, your top is good.
It's good. What is the moment that you fell in love with basketball?
When I guess when
Stole
I
your
seen it
question.
from my mother.
Your mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my mother always wanted me to play. She knew my father better than I did. So she must have knew I was gonna be talking shit. I sure didn't. You know what I'm
Mama
saying?
knows.
So yeah, she was trying to push it on me. I'm like, shut up. So she got me on my first team or whatever. Actually, my first team I played on in like third grade. So my mother was cool with the janitor, who was the basketball coach at the time.
Okay.
So she made him put me on the team.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Straight
that
like
mama
that.
right
She
there.
like, well, if you hanging out with me, well, my son on the team, straight like that. That was my first thing. So like seeing her make me want to do it, you know what I'm saying? It made me fall in love with basketball right there.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I ain't had no favorite NBA team till like 11th grade, 12th grade.
And who was that?
At the time, I think I was a Celtics fan. Like, you know, like.
Damn, I thought he was gonna say Lakers.
At the time, I think I was a Celtics fan. Like,
that caught me off guard.
Yeah, I was liking Paul Pierce and KG.
Okay,
I was liking what they had going. You know what I'm saying?
Paul, yeah, I get that. I understand.
I was a Celtics fan at the time. That's what I'm like. My mom definitely she made me love basketball.
When did you realize that like your game was on a different level than your peers?
So like I always I always never, you know what I'm saying, I always felt like I would never let nobody tell me I was trash, even though, you know, I was just starting basketball and stuff like that. I never played this a lot. You know, I would never let nobody talk to me like, oh, you suck or you can't do this. I had the confidence before I had the game, let me tell you that.
That's because you're a DC boy.
Couldn't nobody tell me, at the end of the day, couldn't nobody tell me, oh, you can't step on this court and play with us. Why can't I step on this court and play? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never played JV. I hopped right on the box. So you telling me I can't do what?
I mean, because the thing is,
that's where it came from.
Well, they're gonna have to explain to have your toe behind on JV.
First of all, if we the same age, this nigga on JV, and he come, coach, bench. I'm not going against this nigga like he about to dunk on me. Get the fuck out of here.
They have to explain. So they better have put you on varsity.
Yeah.
And then me playing down the farms, I played down at Thunder League when I was 14. So I'm playing against the pros and I'm playing inside the gates at 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Against grown men. Under the lights, I'm supposed to be inside. I'm supposed to be in the house.
Right,
or at least playing with my age. I'm supposed to be playing in the high school assembly. So I'm playing with the grown men. You know what I'm saying?
I remember in real talk. I remember going to I remember my man took me to the farms one year, and it was a basketball joint, and that's when you realize you play basketball, but they play basketball.
Right. So that's right. Yeah. And if you can play at the farms, real talk, you can play anywhere.
Nah, that's real.
So they're scrubs. It's on the elite level. Like the niggas who may not have been the best, but they would dog the shit out you, and you knew that. And you know, to be there, you have to be on some type of level. To be a starter there, to niggas just to even run with them niggas, you had to be on some type of level.
Because otherwise you gonna be.
Or otherwise they're embarrassing you. Otherwise you gonna get posterized, or they're gonna make a meme out your ass.
They're going to make a meme out you. They're going to run on the court. They're going to clown you. Back in the day, they used to serve the games in the barber shop. You get your hair cut. So you looking like, oh, cut that off. You cut it off, all right.
And you like, oh, you want to get this tape that you got dunked on? 1999.
That's where my heart came from. Playing in the farms, playing on watch at a young age and stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying? Everybody molded me around me. Right? A lot of my peers around me, my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that I hung with was older. Everybody from my hood was older than me, you know what I'm saying? I didn't hang with the young people, I hung with the older people. I didn't hang with people my age. I always hang with older people because I feel like they had something to teach me and I had something to learn from them. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of that's missing though right now because you know, I grew up hanging with older people. So people like, oh, you so wise. And I just hung around people that told me real shit.
Right, there you go.
But you also got to deal with folks that's been through it. Like if you deal with your peers, it's good to have peers, but they're going through the same things you're going through at the same time. They can't really give you any advice that's something you can say, okay, I can apply that. But when you deal with older folks that've been through that, not saying you do exactly what they do, but you take some of the insight from the experiences that they had and help you make a better educated decision.
Well, the thing about it too was, back in the days, I'm old as shit, so we had older people that was afraid to check your ass.
Hold on, did you hear what I said?
What?
I hit you with a Kevin Hart.
I just saw that clip with Don Cheadle.
Oh yeah. So because older people would check you, when you wrong.
Yeah.
What you doing out here?
Hey.
Right. And then in a situation like this, we have a young, talented black man, and the fact that the older cats could come around you to push you in a certain direction so that you can make sure that you succeed, which is good. They're gonna give you their wisdom.
Right there, how we do. Like,
yeah.
People, you know what I'm saying, so quick to judge.
Yep.
They don't know.
What the crazy?
It's rough, but it's rough everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
But
people kill people everywhere. People get robbed everywhere. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but
right.
You don't grow up there. You don't really do your research. You don't know. You can't really just judge nobody.
But people, we talk about the evils in the hood, but there's also good in the hood. And a lot of people don't talk about the good in the hood.
And a lot of times, these older dudes in the hood, and they see you, they don't want you. They keep you out of trouble on purpose. They gonna tell you, nah, you don't need to do that because you need to be over here with this ball in your hand. Exactly. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about the hood.
There's stories about the White Gooden and Daryl Strawberry, and they was they was going to the hood to buy drugs and stuff, and they told them, and they was like, "I need something to you."
Right.
Take your ass back to the baseball. You fucking up your life.
Yeah. Because they want to see you succeed.
These are what the drug dealer and the hood niggas are telling them. You fucking up your life. You don't need to get off that shit. And they ain't selling to you. Matter of fact, if a nigga sell to you, we're gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
I had real talk. I remember one of my sisters. My sister happened to be out in DC. For some reason. Probably looking chasing a little dumb nigga. That's what she was at the age she was doing. So one of the niggas who I grew up with, one of my OGs, caught her out in DC. So what you doing out here? Oh, my mom know I'm out here. Oh, for real? Let me walk you to this train station.
Yep.
Nigga walked her ass to the train station. Sent her on the train. Then when he saw me, he was like, "Yo, I saw your sister out of DC." I said, "What the fuck you doing in DC?" He said, "Don't worry about it. I sent her home."
Yeah.
I said, "What do you mean you sent her?" I said, "Took her ass to the train station and sent her ass home."
And look, I've been in that situation. Me and my sister, let us go to the court. Our older brother's friends was like, "Nah, what y'all doing out here? Y'all need to go home." Immediately. Because, we did look a little older than what we were, but they knew who we were. So they sent us home. Couldn't nobody talk to us. Y'all need to go home. So, what you say? I, first of all, was a tomboy, so stop it. How you know I wasn't up there to play? See, you know what?
That's you got your slicing game.
So one of the realest things is just, and then I got another question or whatever you talk about. But one of the realest things is just was it September 30th, my cousin John's birthday. He passed away. But I will never forget this. When I used to live next door, basically, I had my other little cousin who used to stay with us. She was my grandmother's goddaughter. I just called her my cousin.
Right.
And because we New York, we call everybody cousin. I don't know who the fuck I'm really related to at some point. So her friends used to be like, "Why your cousin so mean?" He's like, "He's not mean. He just don't like y'all." That's just how it was. So these boys pulled up in a stolen car, and she went to go get into the car, and my cousin John was like, "Yo, no, I can't allow you to get in the car." And she was like, "Why?" He was like, "Because your cousin gonna fuck them up.
Everybody.
He gonna fuck you up. and then he gonna fuck me up for letting you get in the car.
Yeah, because you was with
Because the first thing he gonna say is, "Why you let me get in the car?" Which is true. And at that time, and I ain't gonna lie, my mentality at that time, I'd have been mad at everybody. What the fuck you let her get in the car for? And he was like, "Yo, real talk. I can't allow you to do that because you gonna put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy. Because then he gonna make phone calls and do shit that's off the that overreact on the situation because he's like one the car is stolen and his job and he feels his job is to keep you safe. So she didn't get in the car. But that's what you mean with those older OGs that tell you the real shit. So I've been that to people, and I've had people tell me that, and I've had people do that for people in my family. So I think that's a blessing in itself. So
question.
um oh yeah, salute to Kelly Price because she was lost and found.
Yeah,
You
so
know
I
what?
just,
Like that? Oh
I
no.
just saw that yesterday. I was like, damn, where'd she go?
Oh my
So where
God.
they
That
find
was
her
a
at?
hot mess.
Where they
Y'all.
find her at?
They didn't
They
really
didn't
find
find
her.
her.
Her lawyer said she was in an undisclosed location. Then somebody else said she was at a facility on a ventilator. We don't really know what
We don't
that
know
was.
really know.
In rehab.
Well, that was a rehab, but not that kind of rehab. You talking drugs. I told my friend she probably on that stuff.
She lost all that weight.
You know what? That ain't what I was saying.
You know what?
Just saying, man, that was the
But she was she's had it rough.
Yeah,
She got the one in her husband cheated on her or some shit.
She got all her whole anthem is her husband or somebody. She was a friend of mine. Then she was messing with Kales and Mr. Biggs. It's like, you know.
So this show's going to hell.
But that's what happened in the song, right?
I know.
I'm trying to remember one of the verses.
It was Mr. Biggs' goddaughter.
I
Remember, he was gonna come at Kales.
Yeah.
You should just relive some of your past expectations. The words should come to you any minute now.
I ain't get caught till after.
You know. Anyway, so Brian, what is your favorite shooter ball in? Why the 10?
Silence. I've had a couple of these.
Oh shit, I guess so. CP3, you got a question?
I wasn't able to chase my dreams of playing pro ball, football, but what helps fuel you to continue to chase your dream, even though you haven't been able to reach the pinnacle of the NBA success, but you still striving to make that dream come true. Because like I said, I was put out due to injury and some other stuff, but
You slept with the coach's daughter.
Some other stuff.
You slept with the coach's
We're
daughter.
not talking about me right here. All right, we're talking about Mr.
You pimped the coach's daughter.
We're not talking about me right here. We're talking about Mr. Bridgeforth.
If you know him, it can. Okay, stay the show. Watch the show long enough. You gonna find out all the shit we say about him is true.
But hold on, he said and something else. Something else.
Stuff happens, man. I was young.
You fucked the coach's wife?
Man, look. So what else? Those records are sealed, goddammit. So what helps keep you with the desire to continue to try to push forward besides, like you said, you being a 6'11" high stock show for stocker at
right now in my life, my son is my biggest motivation. So like I'll be out of the country like sometimes 4 months, 6 months, you know what I'm saying, out of the year. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying, in his life I'm not there physically, but I'm still there, you know what I'm saying, for him as much as I can be. And so I want to try to make the biggest stage for him that I can for me not being there so he can still see me and I can still be it's like, oh, I want him to, once this all done, once he be able to really memorize and see what I've been doing and stuff, he'd be like, all right, I thought I was just out there cat. No, he was really out there hooping. He was getting to it, you know what I'm saying? He out there knocking on shit, looking sweet.
Right.
He really trying to, he not just out there and leaving me here with mom. Nah, he trying to chase his dream and do something that I could, you know what I'm saying, do. And then also, what you is my peers, you know what I'm saying, my people, my hood, everybody that look up to me, all my following, all my people that reach out, all my family, they be like, I see you, B, I see everything you're doing. people tell me every day they praying for me. I love it.
Yeah.
Like that's the best thing you can tell me. Go be a friend. I love it. Like I love to hear that. People tell me every day, and I really appreciate that. Like that's the best thing somebody can ever say.
So how has fatherhood changed you?
Fatherhood mature me. That's the reason I'm talking how I'm talking now. Like I was talking like before Kobe got me. But it definitely matured me. It made me wake up. It made me realize like I gotta really start taking things more serious. You know, I gotta take relationships more serious. I gotta be more respectful to people. I gotta really attack life a different way now. You know what I'm saying? He's a whole person. He's not just my child. He's a person at the end of the day. He's not a pet or none of that. Like he's a life, and I gotta look after it. I'm responsible. You know what I'm saying? Not just be his mom too. You know, we do our thing, whatever. She better at it than me, but I do what I do.
By the way, his son decided he was going to be my boyfriend tonight.
Oh yeah.
With his mother.
He did. He grabbed me by my hand and everything. He was like, "Come on, we going over here. Let's talk." I was like, oh, "Okay." He introduced himself to me. He was like, "Come on, boo."
He looking for a cougar.
He was like, just took my hand. I said, "Okay, we going over here."
Shout out to Kobe.
He was like, "Come on, boo."
I see why they call him Kobe. He shoots his shot early.
He did. He was like, "Hey, boo, come on."
The shots you don't take.
See, there you go. There you go. But that's good. That's good. I do have a question. Did you see the documentary on PG County?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the water.
Yep. What's your thoughts?
It was a great. It's informative to people that don't really know about PG County, the basketball and stuff. I feel like they could have. I mean, I don't really know the logistics and everything. I did it, but I feel like for like I think it was like an hour and a half documentary. They covered a lot. I feel like they should. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? To be on one. Be on one though. It should have made it impossible. If it was me,
I think that was the plan.
yeah, if it was me, I'd have been like, nah, I ain't ready yet. Y'all want to accept me like that? Nah, I ain't ready. I need 3 to 4 parts because we got some stuff to talk about. There's some players and there's some stuff going on in this DMV area that y'all need to know about. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all to have Kevin Durant face on that and only give him an hour, you know what I'm saying, or whatever y'all try to give him. Y'all should have gave that boy like 3 hours, man. I would be the best player that's active right now.
But that's why I
first get that boy out.
But I think that
I first heard of him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think it was. I think that was supposed to be the first part. I don't know.
Hopefully it is the first part. Now, you know what I'm saying? Talking, but yeah, I want to see more of that. You know what I'm saying? He played more. He spent more time on the court than was on that show.
The thing is, the first time I heard about KD was Perry Funk.
Yeah.
And he was playing up, but even so, even before he got an NBA championship, he was going back. He was playing. He was giving back, and he was, you know.
And he has that rec center in C Plaza and in C Plaza. Yeah.
That's his neighborhood.
And I was like, damn, that's real amazing.
Yeah.
And then the fact of the matter was like, nigga, he's really in the hood.
Yeah.
He
really gives back. He really does.
Like he really pulled up in the Maserati and he was playing ball with these dudes.
He's one of them celebrities that's good out here.
Yeah.
Really good out here. Like
I haven't reached out yet, but we definitely.
Because ain't nobody gonna bother him. They're not gonna mess with him. They proud of him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He ain't out here like these rappers. You know what I'm saying? Rapping all this gangster stuff, all this.
But they not really
tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if they was really tough, he rapping some gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? What you think gonna happen?
Yeah. But he's definitely loved in the hood.
The funny thing is, I once gave an artist advice about that. His mom had came to me and was like, "Could you manage my son?" And I was like, "Well, let me see his work." So she put a video. And, you know, he had all these guns and all this other stuff. And I was like, "Yo, are you really about that life or you not?" I said, "Cause my brother's in jail right now. He about that life." And I tell you that because if you rhyming like that, them dudes can't go with you on tour. So I said, you know the rapper Slim
Them
Jesus?
dudes can't leave the state.
Yeah. Niggas.
He
I,
needs to get real.
I told him, so, you heard the rapper Slim Jesus? He was like, yeah. I said, you remember the little song he did, the little drill town joint? This, and he had the little fake guns and stuff, yeah. And I said, yeah, when he was in Toronto, he ran into Black Jesus. Black Jesus beat him up on stage and then proceeded to rob because he wasn't about that life. And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, be serious or whatever. Call me. Never heard of him again. But he, like, don't. But there are real people in the hood that do real shit. If you ain't one of them, don't pretend.
You tried to tell him?
I mean,
What you tell him?
I mean, like on social media, I used to have some, sometimes I used to have some altercations and whatnot.
You?
Yeah,
Oh my God, you?
It rarely happen, but
I never would have thought.
Oh my God, Lady Antoinette, when did this happen?
it's just so funny when the rare times that it has happened.
The rarer
The rare
times?
times
I'm sure it's really rare.
I get a couple of my folks that hit me up in my inbox like, hey, we need to call you. Like, nah,
Wait,
nah.
was it me?
You have one time before.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you have before.
I think I did.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, what's up with this?
yeah, like, nah, you good.
We need to pull up?
Yeah, you good. So I mean, folks don't understand. Talking about that life and actually being about that life is two different things.
Indeed.
And when you come across someone that, let's just say, trying to be a better man and a better person than they used to be in their past, and you decide to try to test to see how gangster you are, just think about it. If they're older than you and they're telling you they have a past, that means a couple of things. But the main thing it means is they're a fucking survivor. They want to find a way to take out the competition without being, a suspect.
Without being hot.
Yeah. So I mean,
Can you have like a positive message?
Yeah, I'm about to bring it full circle. I'm about to bring it full circle.
Go ahead. Bring it full circle. Let's see.
So when you're when you're out here in these streets, you don't need to tell everybody what you're doing or what you're trying to do or whatever.
Is this your positive?
I'm trying to teach these youngsters. You move in silence. You making moves.
You can't have no more Japanese whiskey.
I'm just saying.
This nigga can't even have a cup of water at this point.
We have to look beyond being in the streets and talking that game. And sometimes you got to make moves in the background.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what?
I'm not speaking gangster stuff. I'm speaking in business.
Oh, really?
I feel like I'm being profiled here.
Hey,
I feel like I'm being profiled.
You looking at Japanese whiskey?
What is your business? Shooting people?
Gangster stuff.
I'm just saying, you gotta have rules, man. You gotta have rules in the way you operate, the way you do things. You don't have to announce everything that you do.
Yes, sir.
So,
you have to plan.
Yes,
Plot
sir.
and plan and make things happen.
So, I'll be honest with y'all. We probably gonna wrap the show up in a little bit because I'm tired.
Yeah, I know you tired.
But I do have one more question.
Okay.
So, going forward, when you're not playing ball anymore, what are your plans? What do you hope to continue to be able to do to, support basketball in general?
Oh, so you want to know what I got going on?
Yeah, what you got going on for long term?
Oh, she ready for that. He grabbed the mic. He was like, I got you. I'm waiting on this question all night.
Nah, though, but once I finish my basketball career, I want to retire early.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball career ain't paying for so long. I don't want to retire like I'm only 27.
Right.
Ideal. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
trying to be done with this basketball by 30, have enough money saved up, start one of my business plans that I got going on. I want to open up a sports bar.
Okay.
So like I said, I got a lot of professional friends that play sports. I got professional friends that box, football players like NFL, NBA, OC, all that. So sports bar would be great. You know what I'm saying? I get all them. I get all my people come support me, show love. I'm having a nice setup in there, flat screens all over. You watch international games, local games, all that stuff. It's gonna be a great setup. And then I want to open up a rehabilitation gym, like more like a rehab gym, instead of like DC, going to schools in DC area and stuff. Yeah, all them contracts from the DC schools, DC
Mhm.
public schools, all that stuff.
So,
All
like,
my good people.
rehabilitation, occupational therapy, stuff like that.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm gonna have a nice area and stuff so that everybody can be able to come.
Perfect. That's good. That's what's up. Sound like a plan.
Well, that's deep. That's deep.
Man, you know.
Where can
I'm
they
raising my son.
where can they find you at on
Get
social
my
media?
get my son to the
Mhm. Good.
But now you can find me on social media, Facebook. You can find me at Brian Rich B Bridgeforth. On Instagram, you can find me at Addicted to Ball. That's what you can find me. Addicted to
I like
Ball.
that name.
On Instagram and on Facebook, Brian Rich B Bridgeforth. Appreciate y'all tapping in, listening to me, and hearing out my story and everything that I had to say. Stay tuned for more words from Rich B.
I mean, look. Definitely, we always. The one thing about this show is like this: when we get a vibe and stuff with people, when you cool, you know, some people come by just don't even be on the show, just come by and hang out. You're more than welcome to come through. We definitely want to do a follow up interview to to see what's going on. What I got a quick question. What was your favorite city to play ball in?
Favorite city in the States or just country or
Country,
anywhere,
in
period?
anywhere.
Lebanon.
Lebanon?
Lebanon in the Middle East. It's like a mini Dubai.
Yeah.
Nice island, beautiful weather, beautiful, nice people.
Because that's not when you say Lebanon, that's not what the first thing that comes to mind.
I mean, yeah. A lot of people think in the Middle East like, oh, they're violent, oh, a bunch of guns, woo. They don't like Americans. No. It's a good vibe over there. They showed a lot of hospitality. The weather, like I said, the weather was nice. The basketball was great. One of my best friends was over there. I had to be on my team, so like it was just great. Like the food, like I tried sushi out there for the first time. It was great. Like they had so many different restaurants. They even got the American spots for you, like Benihana's and the PM Chang's. Oh, they even got that out there. Like even down to KFC.
Oh shit.
And they got their stuff too over there as well. But I just loved it. I loved it. I like the club, like I said, the people, the basketball, the beach, the living, everything.
That's good.
That was by far like one of the best spots.
So what you saying is, I mean, just go ahead and hit up Lebanon.
If you want to go to a vacation spot, I'll say that was the best spot I'm saying for my career, basketball, everything. You want to go to a nice vacation spot that I've been to, Bahrain.
Okay, I've definitely heard that from military people.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that place.
Yeah, Bahrain. That's a spot where the military goes.
Yeah, they got a Marine base, and they got
the Navy.
The Navy and Marine base there. So that was the only country I've been in that had so many Americans. You know what I'm saying? So
that's like one of their first ports they hit when in the military, in the Navy. Yeah.
That's why it was. I would say that's a nice vacation spot. You gonna go out there, run into some good Americans. Of course, you go the local people. The weather out there is even more beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Now that's really a mini Dubai. Everything's so close. Like you could circle the whole island. Like you could drive the whole island of Bahrain like out. Like, late night, you bored, you go ahead. Don't drink and drive, but take your drink, take a drive. You want, late night little drive or whatever. But no, it's beautiful. They had some of the best villas I ever seen. You know, nice, white sand, clear water, amazing food. That's my biggest thing, like food. They got Krispy Kreme there. They got Krispy Kreme over there in Bahrain. Like, what they know about Krispy Kreme?
Well, they know.
How long is that flight though?
Military.
Man, that flight, it's a day. It's a day of travel, whole day of travel. You're not in the air for a day, but it's a whole day of travel.
You told me all that good shit, then you were like, yeah, it's a day.
Well,
that's the worst part. I ain't gonna lie, that's the worst part.
My family is gone, so I already know.
Coming home, you excited, you know what I'm saying? You looking forward to coming home, but going, man. Man, you leaving your people at home. You don't really know what to expect, but you don't really know what to expect. You should get off the plane for real. You like, this first week, I'm bullshit.
But you
till I
found,
figure
but
something
you
out,
found
till
out
I
something
till I
different.
see where I'm at or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. CP3, you got a question?
I was just thinking about Dubai. I'm supposed to
You got a child over there?
Nah, I was supposed to be doing security. I was in security clearance. But yeah.
I'm not gonna ask no question.
Hey, like I said, I have a past. I'm not ashamed.
We know. We know.
Let's see. Whiskey,
I told you that Japanese whiskey got you acting up.
Chasing your dream, you know, like you're saying, learning the lessons and the pitfalls of what you went through. Like I said, you was back in college, you didn't take it seriously, and you know you got dicked over a couple of times dealing with folks trying to make it happen. What continues to push you to chase it, even with all the pitfalls, and what do you think is ultimately going to be what's going to help put you over the top or help take you to where you want to be in your basketball life and your personal life?
So like to me, like I feel like I accomplished so much, even though I'm still so young. You know what I'm saying? I played in 5 countries. I've luckily to won a championship overseas. I've got an MVP and a scoring title overseas. Most people that played overseas, they ain't got half of that. You know what I'm saying? And I did it in the top league. You know what I'm saying? I did it in a good league. I'm still getting contracts, still getting calls and stuff. So that's a blessing. And the reason why I still want to keep going with this, like I said, I got my motivation with my son, my kids, and all that. But I still feel like I'm 27 years old. I feel like there's still more heights. I done seen more heights. I got kids, you know what I'm saying, that's playing up higher than me, and I feel like, bro, I can play with you. No disrespect to my friends, you know what I'm saying. It ain't never that. It's just all basketball. So, you know, love outside the line, but you miss that. Yeah,
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Nah, for real though, but I feel like I've seen a lot. Like I've seen the top, and I know how to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to prove it to my son. That bro, once it's time and you really understand it, I got the blueprint. This is what you gotta do. And for him to see me do it, he ain't gonna question it. Like to see your father do some shit, you can be like,
Right.
he might know something. If he don't, I know he knows somebody that knows something. True that. But yeah, that's what it is. Like the fact that I know that there's more out there for me. And I feel like I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm always right there. Like right before COVID hit. Right before COVID hit, like what was that, March 15th or whatever. 2020? I was getting a call. I got a call that February from the Phoenix Sun come to Sunday. They had 5 spots open.
Shit.
COVID hit. It's the day that we already won the league championship. We won the league championship. We was playing for a ministry cup championship. I was about to get 2 championships in 1 year. We won that Jones. The day of the championship game, canceled all basketball, everything. Had to get ready to come home. No NBA summer league. I ain't never heard from the Suns. To this day, the first day after that. But you saying this is right before, like I said, this is right before COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't really played no professional basketball ever since COVID. COVID really been stopping a lot of that. So this year when I go back out there and stuff, hopefully by then create a little bit more buzz. They be like, oh yeah, I remember him. Bring him on.
Yeah.
So I mean that's why I'm like I'm right there knocking on the door. So like I can't, they be showing like I think what's the commercial or something? It's a commercial or a clip or something with the 2 guys they digging for the diamonds or something, and then the one guy at the bottom he quit, and then the other guy at the top he keep going. He hit it like 2 more times and he found the gold in the diamond.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the one that was right there, he quit. He didn't even know he was that 1 hit away.
Yep.
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm 1 game away. You know what I'm saying? From the NBA seeing me and they like, oh yeah, we gonna bring him to training camp. And then from training camp, you raise your whole path.
There you go. I like it.
That's what's up. Well, CPT, what you got going on, man? What you got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow night on Sportsman Hill Podcast, as always, bringing you the best DC sports coverage around. Going to be recapping this, only way to say it, embarrassing loss to the Buffalo Bills by the Washington football team. Going to be recapping the Nats week. They had some wins, it wasn't as bad as the week before, so we'll recap that. Also want to have Paul, the boxing guy, coming on. He's about 98% correct on his predictions, but he was wrong on this past weekend where Anthony Joshua taking a loss. He wants to come on and break down that fight, so we'll have some of that going on. Robbie's on paternity leave with his wife, expecting within the next 2 or 3 days, I believe. So we'll have a new member of Team Sports OTHP. Stay tuned. I know things about to get busy. Hockey season about to start. Preseason hockey just started. Basketball's probably gonna be starting up soon. So yeah, it's about to get real busy for the kid. I'm gonna be running the whole operation again, like what he went out before Zach was born. So stay tuned. We're always gonna bring you the best DC sports coverage around. We're gonna start expanding beyond DC sports because finding out we have a worldwide audience, and sometimes we got to go beyond DC. So we'll start bringing you some coverage of all the teams, not just the DC sports team. Trying to expand. We got certain social media platforms pressing views now, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm not trying to get us blocked up.
Oh my God.
See, I'm trying to behave. But when you go from 2,000 views to barely 100, and then you get an email saying we got a $50 credit for promotion, you kind of know what's going on. But I'm not naming no names. I'm not trying to get taken off there. It's kind of coincidence.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, you can always check out our show online, sportsothp.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Carol Porter III with 3 eyes. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm gonna get the video feed up, chop it up, put the whole interview out there with Brian talking about his basketball career. It was a great interview. First Sports OTHP interview on at the Bar Radio. So we trying to expand, trying to bring our sports to all different platforms. And as I said, if you're looking for a new user pre-owned certified vehicle, hit me up down at Waldorf Honda, 2450 Train Highway, Waldorf, Maryland, across from the Lowe's and the Popeyes. I'll let your boys. We're gonna get that deal done for you.
And if you have a child with bad feet, wear white beaters or cornrows, go to that same job.
I told you,
and
man.
find your baby daddy.
I told you, man. My pull-out game is spectacular.
That you know of, or that you admitting to.
I ain't got no kids out there.
We know you got kids, because that's why you was down in the 757.
I'm just making sure that she went and took that Plan B.
See, you know what?
I had to make sure.
You made her lift her tongue.
Let me see your cheek. All right, we do it.
What do you got going on, Lady Antoinette?
Well, y'all know my life is always an adventure.
Teenage boys flying around and such.
I mean, he flew a plane. That was cool.
Like the comment on your post, got 15-year-olds trying to drive cars. He flying planes. What's going on?
He already know how to drive a car. But, actually, I flew a plane before I drove a car. With him, actually, this is his second place. That was it. But yeah, I can't give y'all too much, I just come back with stories. That's all. Can't give y'all too much because my life is an adventure. But shout out to my nephew, who just moved into his first apartment.
Congratulations.
Congrats. He is 20, so like him and my daughter, we kind of raised them together. So they're both in their own places now. So I'm so proud of them. Of course, his auntie had to bless him, send some stuff out there to him in Colorado.
Oh, y'all, you got to with my cousin.
Yeah.
On the dispensary.
All my babies are gone.
In the dispensary. So.
Shut up. He's been out there for a while. I'm not saying in the dispensary, but I'm saying he's been out there. Anyway. But yeah, proud of them.
Cool.
So, my little babies, my boobies. Now I gotta get the last 2 out. It's a sense of innocence. I said my daughter Sage.
Down in Florida, she needed to protect the bubble down there.
Yeah, I sent her for stage. I should have sent my nephew something too. But yeah, nothing much.
All right, cool.
Nothing I'm gonna tell y'all yet.
All right.
I might have some gifts next week. Actually, I think I'm going shooting next week, so never mind. I might not have those type of gifts.
With the rain?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going shooting. Okay.
I do that sometimes.
I'm just making you shoot at the range and not at somebody. Okay.
No, I'm shooting at a little paper man, not a real man.
That's good.
That's good. That's cool. We'll be back next week. So last week we was supposed to.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so last week Renegade was supposed to perform. So we didn't get to perform because we got there 15 minutes after we got there. A young man was shot. So a young man was shot. They started shooting like not right in front of the club, but like out. Yeah. So we didn't get to perform. So our next opportunity to perform, we're working on this thing. October 9th, West Virginia. Tory Lanez is the headline act, and we're trying to work it out to get Renegade to be one of the acts to open up for. So that's what's in the works right now.
Yeah. I think that'd be that's a good move.
Yeah. And then I also I was going to play the video tonight, but Facebook said it was not Facebook. YouTube said it was private, and I need to fix it, and I just couldn't fix it tonight. So I was going to play the video, the documentary video I chopped up for him, but it's on my Facebook. That I chopped up for Living the Past, like all the places we went to for the past summer and stuff like that.
Click on the YT studio and you can now private make it.
I was trying to, and it just wouldn't let me. And I'm tired, bro.
Well, YouTube said they're hating. They do that.
Oh, don't get me started.
I mean, I'm tired. I've been up I literally been up all day since 12 o'clock last night. So, but what I will do, and hopefully I'll be able to play the video next week, but I will play Renegade, Be Okay.
What do you do when you've been under pressure? Then it's just cold out. You get the trap and be about that action, then you just fold out. Weak emotions you've been showing, nigga, I cannot deal with it. I play around and I will lay you down, and that's on some real shit. Had to strap under my futon. You can even ask my grams that. Chasing money while your mouth for 1,000 miles, yeah, you ran that. I need a throne just to sit on. That bullshit, I can't stand that. Give a fuck about your opinions. I know that you can't stand facts. Money on the table after 2 years. Yeah, man, I'm blessed, dog. Came from a long way. I must confess, y'all, I'm here now, can't think later. Here now, real niggas major. I love you, man, I need you haters. I need money, so fuck the fate. They wanna see you go fall, it's gonna be okay. When your money looking tall, gonna be okay. To my fam, I make a call, it's gonna be okay. As long as I just got that strong, it's gonna be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. Talking about a bank, bro. These hoes do what I say so. All you gotta do is get a payroll. Stack of bricks like you got some Legos. So high that I need a halo. So step pockets on Prego. Get it jumping like I got a Kango. Looking at you from a different angle. I'm a star in this bitch Spango. You not gonna tell me what I can't do. You mad nigga cause I ain't you. Need my money sick, Ben Frank flu. We talking money bilingual. We talking plugs, that's bingo. We all black like emos. Got the game choke, hold, strangle. Taking these shots, I'm right off the block, I know that you miss. You talking to ops, we don't give you props, you know you a snitch. If I'm on the block, I don't say a word, I throw the assist. Cause I'm on the clock, I gotta get mine, my time is my rent. They wanna see you go fall, it's gonna be okay. When your money looking tall, We gon' be okay. Tell my fam I make you cold. It's gon' be okay. As long as I just got that strong, it's gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay.
You gotta come close and act like you know me for real. But don't not too close like we together, because I don't want no. I don't want your baby mamas to.
I don't want your sweet. Get off my woman.
Took several pictures.
We see, because I was like, wait a minute.
Somebody one day they said, "How do you know you taking pictures?" I said, "Son, it's like 20 pictures of you." I was like, "What?" I said, "Dude, I take pictures of a nigga that moves around on stage."
Did you?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Did you just stick your butt out when I said to you?
No.
You nasty.
I can use this.
You nasty. Sister, you. Oh, you said you lick one. You don't get your own. Never mind.
Never know.
No, did he just tell me that?
You never know with CP3.
Did you just tell me?
Right.
He said depends. Oh, I'm done.
I had.
Oh my God.
That's something that happens on the regular.
Oh my God.
He told us stop.
He was like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, that feel good.
Oh my God. You're not gonna eat a cookie. What the cookies do I need them at my house?
I know that's what you for.
How often has that happened, CP3?
Right.
Tell me a couple times.
What's a couple? 13? Oh, look at that.
Funny about, well, I had a girlfriend that didn't like,
Oh, yeah. I was right when I had that number. Bye.
He had your legs up in the air.
Now he was told that.
It was a very fucked up. I was fucked up, and they just read different shit.
I did not deal with him. He said it's a combination.
You know what? I'm about to be honest with that shit.
Because you said it was the same Tiffany. I said, now he told it up. I was saying, you was joking. He wasn't. I ain't Trick Daddy. That's what Trick Daddy said.
You see, you from Florida, dog?
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
you act like it.
Sometimes that shit happens, dog.
Trick Daddy said, yeah, I get eat out. I was like, oh, God.
I didn't say all that shit.
That's what he said.
I know that's what he said.
He was gonna know it. He was like, yeah, you know how my legs feel. It's so like, yeah, your legs feel.
They was like, they be eating out. Yeah, I get eat out. I was like, ew. Who is out here licking Trick Daddy's booty? Well, for a nigga, they got money. Not necessarily. They mind. Right. They mind. He a baller. They Trick Daddy.
Who in Florida?
He was on the show with Trina.
Yeah.
So that would be it.
You got, you know, they ran to that.
Oh.
I'm trying.
Chicken train.
Yeah.
But so she was a couple times she ain't show up.
Trina is a whole diva. Like for real, I heard this years ago.
I mean, I knew, but she ain't show up like a couple of times.
So how you gonna have a show?
Show.
When Trina don't show.
You might get slow.
Trick and Trina. That's the gimmick. That's the whole purpose of the show.
He might still want to show.
But Trina a diva. And her and Trick has started beefing over something. Which I never thought was gonna happen.
For her birthday, her teeth got this like nigga too.
Yeah. And he almost ain't come on the verses. She was told he wasn't.
One tonight for sure.
But she did correct him.
I didn't call him. I didn't call him. I just called you back. Talked to her and Nicole. I might have had it around. I what? Nicole. The white
The one that's in the upstate that you were missing?
No. The one that's in Clifton. I put on stage.
Oh, the one that was a model?
Yeah, it's my.
That wasn't really a model for my page. She not, but okay. He said that's cool.
She just sent me
what they talking about?
The crazy chick. She talking about she feel like she's disappointed because she didn't come by.
Okay, so why didn't she come back?
Because her daughter started to get sleep.
Okay.
She had to pick her up from her bed and father.
I should go, man. Love you, come through.
Yes, indeed. Did you used to go up to run and shoot?
Yeah.
All the time? You look familiar.
Yeah, I used to do that way back.
Yeah, before he was there.
Probably.
Yeah, I was there then too.
Spot. You see big nigga like, hey, you like, guys, I'm sorry to say.
You on like something Connie did.
I was with my grandmother.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright, y'all. See y'all. Y'all let me know. Oh, yeah, y'all need me back on. Y'all want me to refer some people? Oh, yeah, definitely. Y'all wait. Some people y'all wait. For sure.
And it's funny because he was talking about going online looking for agents and stuff. I'm not even in that field, and my LinkedIn is filled with agents and teams overseas.
Tell them you know a guy.
No, you need to create a LinkedIn profile.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to tell you, they are
LinkedIn,
on there.
LinkedIn is your business Facebook.
Yep. And so go on there. If you on LinkedIn, then you need to look me up, Janet. On my phone over there. But as you run my Janet's name, at least my name, it's David Scott on LinkedIn. If you look, shut up. If you look me up on there, I can tell you who to go to. You know what I mean? Like, because they're on. I accept just about everybody on LinkedIn as a connect, and I have a lot of overseas connects. I don't even know how that happened. Like sports in general.
Dang, it's a small world.
I know a
No.
She work her business over LinkedIn. That's how she get clientele for the customers. That's how she pay her bills.
But like when it comes to the sports firm, they're deep on LinkedIn, and that's just about every country.
I'm about to get on that tonight.
Yeah, just about every country. Like they got their.
I thought LinkedIn was just like a U.S.
No. And I think what it started was I did have some just general connects in the area that are in the sports field, and it just took off from there.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
About to get the little boy home.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all letting him run around here and stuff and everything and stuff too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my little boy, my future boyfriend home.
On the Facebook page, I got her tagged in them, so you can follow her Facebook page and her LinkedIn probably on there.
All right. And when I just sent my grandmother what you told me. Yeah, she messaged me back with my phone.
Oh, okay. No worries, but I love me some Connie. She know me.
Thanks for the hospitality.
All right.
Easy, man.
What did I came over here to get something to eat, but I don't remember what. Is that bad?
Get out of here. I'm tired.
I like to be a good interview.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
He talk like this grandmother.
My shit shut down halfway through the fucking interview and shit.
What?
Fuck yeah, all my feeds. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
What's that? Then you know what that the culprit is.
Nah, it might have been inside anything. I thought I rebooted my laptop before I went live. Maybe I didn't. I can't believe it without having little dude fucking with my camera and shit.
He's about to check.
I was about to RKO that. I was about to RKO.
But what's funny is he was talking over here to tell me that they, wasn't nobody in here listening to him. So
He stole my little Hulk figure.
Where she took it from?
The rubber one. You don't care.
One of them until I know nigga fell and stop.
Him saying that he not his wife made nonsense to me. Cause I'm like,
You need to take her with you.
he not listening to his dad.
Falling out shit on anybody.
So when I seen that, and then when he said he wasn't around, it made sense. Cause he ain't there for her.
Tell you, I was about to beat the shit out of my little nephew when he put that on him. I didn't know about him. He told me down. No, I said, you might not do that. Beat kids.
Cause he came over, took my hand. I said, I'll probably be
Nah, buddy, we don't touch uniform.
And then he was like, I was like, yeah, I see the transformer. Mm-hmm. Don't you got toy over there? I was like, who is this? This the whole? I'll go find him.
You don't touch unicorn, buddy. Unicorn is sacred.
I mean, what would it be
That Transformers movie, when I was a kid, traumatized the fuck out of me with Optimus Prime. The original one. When Optimus Prime died, that shit traumatized me. The funny thing,
what you mean?
The funny thing about that shit is like everybody hated Optimus Prime without ever really liking him because it was like, this motherfucker ain't Optimus.
What's up with your girl? Oh, yeah, incognito for real. What she do?
So, trying to see how I'm going about this. We should be better than me and her. She hits me up on Friday. Thursday.
I ain't talking to y'all with the funeral. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, it was her birthday. Her birthday was Saturday, so yesterday. But, so, Thursday she hits me up. Which one? I'm going to get Justin from Andrew. Do you have a son? I'm stuck out Pentagon. He goes to the beauty supply store. I need to get my hair done in the morning. I need the hair. And I'm stuck out Pentagon. All the spots are closed. All right, I got you. Went. Video recorded. While I'm going to make sure I got the right hair. What the hair? I was like, I gotta get Justin. Meet me at the visitor center for Andrew, right? You know, you ain't gotta go on base. It's right there.